Oh yeah, and answer your question. Yeah, no, Reed does not have any armor.
So what do you have, like an armor class of like 12? No, okay.
That's right. All you need is pecs and buys, man. That's all you need. What is it? Yeah, I usually have trouble with IPAs.
It doesn't have like an image of just a zombie disappearing. That's fucking cool. Yeah.
That is a really cool label. Yeah, IPAs always give me a like screaming headache after a few.
One thing that some people do, and like when yeah, no, don't stop, no. Like when I drink an absurd amount of like liquor, I swallow a charcoal pill the day before, and it just barely a hangover the next day. Yeah.
I don't think I've ever heard that. Yeah, some serious need to know information right there.
Doesn't the military want you to be in pain?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me? He's currently sitting here smiling at me like a little shit. Spent the last 40 minutes like trying to get him to sleep.
Yeah, I miss/don't miss the infant phase of parenthood.
How old is yours?
He's 7.
Oh yeah.
Hey everybody, who do we got hanging out here tonight? I see we have
No kid.
We have Mod, or we
Yeah.
have.
It does make your life a little bit easier, but yeah, I don't know. I still wouldn't trade it.
So we've got pretty much nobody except for some bots, but that's okay. So to anybody who's hanging out right now, just we are playing D&D tonight. This is our second session of the Sunless Citadel. We are taking a very awesome cast through the Sunless Citadel. And yeah, we're going to go ahead and just jump straight into it. We do not really watch chat, just so you're aware. We don't pay attention to chat a whole lot, at least I don't. So if you're asking me specific questions, it's going to have to wait until after the stream is done. When I DM, my focus is 100% on the players and the roleplay. So yeah, that's that. There will be some pop-ups coming up here. We're doing a lot of cool things here in the near future, including another streamathon this upcoming Wednesday. I think it's this upcoming Wednesday. I could be wrong about that, but it's coming up here pretty soon.
I think it's Wednesday.
I think you're right. And if if you guys want to hang out and help us fundraise for the opening of the store of Dragon's Den Gaming, then swing on by. All right, we're gonna jump on into it. Okay, just give me a second. On one of my screens, Kevin isn't popping up, but I see that he's here, so just bear with me for a sec. Hey, there we go. I just had to reconnect. When in doubt, reconnect it out. Okay, so just a quick recap from the last time that we played. So the four adventurers who were she who has not been named, Ree, Bofer, and a tabaxi named Doc. They met in the village of Bree, and they had all met there on their own accord, at the behest of Mayor Vunor, a human gentleman, middle-aged human gentleman who runs the town, whose children went missing. Not necessarily missing; they didn't come back when they said they would, and it has him quite worried. So he called out to literally different planes of existence, spent most of his family's fortune trying to hire mercenaries, and most people said, no thank you. But you four crazy bastards showed up and decided you were brave enough to take on the task of figuring out where the hell these kids were and what was going on. So you made some preparations. You managed to thwart a pervert in town, which was a very impressive move on Bofer. And you made your way to the Sunless Citadel. You began to descend into the ravine. Kind of descend. It was more or less like haphazardly walk straight into a rat's nest, literal rat's nest. Thank God, cat. You know, I was just thinking about this too. It's kind of ironic that the cat woman got jumped and almost murdered by rats. Isn't it supposed to be the other way around?
They just wanted revenge.
That was not lost on me.
All right. Irony aside, you managed to defeat the rats. You moved down down the switchback staircase and into the courtyard of the ruins. As you began to skirt around the edges of the courtyard, unfortunately, one of your own almost fell victim to a pit trap. She, who will not be named, not because we don't want to embarrass her, but because her character literally has no name, fell into the pit trap, but managed to catch herself before tumbling into the pit with the rat. Now, with that being said, nobody ever dispatched that rat, so that little fucker's still there. You entered then a partially crumbled tower, and you began to investigate. While you were in there, you did notice that there were 3 goblins. Actually, there were 4 goblins, I'm sorry, that had been seemingly murdered sometime in the recent past. And we had just left off with you guys finishing your investigation and kind of looking them over. Bofer had found a word etched behind one of the goblins, and yeah, that's where we pick up. So we'll go ahead and start with this really quickly, just so you guys know what I'm going to do, because they don't really have it listed in the module translations for 5th edition how XP is actually supposed to work. I don't like doing the milestone advancement because it leaves the potential for you to miss a lot and gain a lot, or get a little tiny bit from having to do a shitload. So I love their XP system. I use Kobold Fight Club to calculate these encounters. So just so you know, everybody started at 0 XP when we started the game. You earned 19 experience each for the rat encounter. I gave you each 50 experience for the roleplay encounter at the Old Boar Inn, because that is, in all the years I've run this module, that's never happened, so that was pretty impressive. And then just for general roleplay, I gave everybody an additional 10, so session 1 you guys ended with 79 XP. Just, you know, to get to level 2 you need 300, so it's really not that hard to manage that. Okay, any questions from you guys before we jump in?
No, I think I'm good. So actually, we discovered that the spear impaled through one of the goblins was kobold make, right?
That is correct. Yeah, you managed to identify that the way that the tip breaks down when it hits, it's supposed to be not necessarily very sturdy, not necessarily a one-shot kill thing either, but it is supposed to fragment, and you did trace that back to being of kobold make.
Nasty little fuckers. Okay, so looks like we got 2 doors to go through. We want to try going south or north here. What do you guys think?
Left. Always go left in a place like this.
But I guess it depends on which way
from
you're
whose
facing.
perspective?
Yeah.
We can use cardinal directions. North is, we'll use just, you know, the cardinal directions on this map are actually where they lie. So north would be straight ahead. Hang on a second, can I do this? Yay.
So I'm guessing we should go southwest then.
Yeah.
Southwest it is.
I will check it for traps.
Okay, are we referencing this door right here, just so
Yes.
I'm clear? Okay, just wanted to make sure. Okay, so Doc, you are going to investigate it for traps, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yes.
go ahead and make an investigation check for me.
15.
All right, 15. So... Okay, so yeah, you take a couple of minutes. You kind of you glance the door over. You know you reach your hand under it. You drop dust in front of the little keyhole to see if there's any wind or anything clicking on the inside that shakes the air around it. And you feel pretty confident that no, this door doesn't appear to be trapped, nor does it appear to be locked.
Okay. Apparently, we've got some pretty accommodating people here because they want us to go through this door.
Would you like me to go? Would you like me to try to go through first? We can give it a peek and hopefully dispatch anything on the other side.
Yes, after you. Thank you.
First, could you explain the door? Like, what does it look like?
Yeah, so it's definitely an ancient stone door. It is made of stone, but there's not really a whole lot of intricacy to it. There is some like ornate trim work that's really worn down over the years, kind of faded in. You know, like when you go to a graveyard and you look at the stuff from like the Civil War era, and it's just barely capable of being made out. It's kind of like that. Intricacies, but not anything over elaborate.
Alright.
And it's on some kind of hinge mechanism, or is it's just
Yep, it's on a hinge. The hinge is actually appeared to be made of like the part that actually holds the pin of the hinge is made of stone, but the hinges themselves appear to be some sort of metal.
And I assume if I can see the hinge, that means it's a pull.
Yes, sir.
Just before this, I want to cast guidance on Ree.
Okay, yeah, no problem. Ree, you grab onto the door then, and you give it a yank.
Okay, do you need a check for this?
Nope, not at all. It is easy breezy. Give me just 1 second here to open up some more than that. Okay, so the masonry walls in this 20-foot wide hall are in pretty poor repair. The far end of the wall has completely collapsed, filling the southern section with rubble. The western wall, which is in much better shape than the other walls, holds a stone door with a rearing dragon carved in relief upon it. That door, you can see clear as day, has a single keyhole that is situated in the rearing dragon's open mouth, and that door is pristine. You can also see clear as day that there is a massive fucking rat that is sleeping very quietly in the pile to the southeast. Sorry.
All right, Ree will turn back to you though and just, shh. It's a big nasty sleeping rat in the corner over there.
I'm gonna try to be stealthy.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and if you are moving into this chamber, make a stealth check for me. Now, just for reference, this rat does not seem to have noticed you opening the door yet.
I got a
Shit.
25.
This is not going to end well.
No, probably not.
Now, mind you, I said if you're going in. I didn't say you all had to go in.
Do you want to try to tag team this little fucker, or you want to
Hey,
you want to
you
get some
guys.
revenge from last time?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna look down, like, at my giant shield and my really clangly armor.
Let us see what we can do, and you jump in if we need you to.
That sounds good. I'll stay here.
Okay. So I'm gonna sneak in there.
Okay. Yep. So you slip in. You roll a 25. Jesus
25,
Christ.
yeah.
All right. So all right. The rogue starts off the campaign with a bang. Yeah. So you slip in and you kind of press yourself against the wall, and Ree, who is in the doorway, you just see Shadow take over Doc's form, and she fucking vanishes.
Shit, that's fucking metal.
Hey, Rat, you see that shit? No.
Yeah, point me out.
Okay, so Doc, you just move yourself accordingly. Tell me where you want to go and what you want to do, and if anybody else is intervening at any point in time.
I'm gonna try to sneak forward like as far as I can. My goal will be to get to its left.
To the left of the rat, or
The rat,
door?
yeah.
Of the. Okay, all right, no problem.
And Kevin, you have a +4 to an ability check.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, before I get too close, I also want to check the floor and make sure there's no traps so that my goblin friend doesn't fall through a hole or something.
Okay, as you're moving, yeah, go ahead and give me a perception check. Because I'm assuming you're not taking the time to like lay flat on the ground and scour
No.
around. Okay.
Good lord.
21.
Yeah, so glancing around, it does not appear like there are any weak spots in the floor. This room, compared to the other two rooms you've been in so far, is like in way better condition outside of the crumbled wall to the south. But yeah, you don't see anything that stands out.
Okay. So yeah, I'll keep going, and I will wait for Ree.
Okay, give me just one sec. Okay, never mind. Go ahead.
Good. Okay. All right. So they Ree will start to sneak into the room as well.
Okay, go ahead and give me a stealth check. And then add your D4. I believe it's a D4. For
D4,
guidance.
yeah.
Is it a D4? Okay.
Yeah.
A D4.
Oh, I did it in roll 20, but it's a 2 to that, so that's
Okay, 14.
whopping 14. Yep.
Hey, that's still actually not that bad for what you are. So yeah, you step in. You kind of see where you see that Doc kind of vanished, and you peek in the room and realize that there is a shadow now, kind of half hovering over where that rat is. And you're like, okay, I got this, and you kind of crouch down and start to move quietly, and you move relatively quiet.
Yeah, it's because I'm not wearing any shoes.
Okay, yeah. The rat is literally snoring. It's almost too easy and kind of sad, but like being a creature that hunts on a regular basis, and it's like this fucking thing, man. Really?
Nah, fuck this thing. These things are gross.
I pounce.
All right. Sorry, what was that?
I said, I pounce.
Okay, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna hit it with my short sword.
Okay, yeah, go ahead, and you're gonna make you can make an attack roll. Ree, if you're swinging on it as well, then just make an attack roll, both of you, and make it with advantage, please.
I got a 24,
Jesus Christ.
and I'm gonna do sneak attack damage with it as well.
Sneak attack.
Some good ass rolls.
Oh shit, that's what I'm saying.
Those were good rolls.
Okay, so I'll let you roll your sneak attack just because rolling sneak attack is cool, but yeah, this thing only had 7 hit points, so... Jesus Christ. Okay, so 9 points, so 18 total. So, yeah, like, you kind of, like, rear up with the short sword, and Ree just kind of, like, heaves back with the club, and you manage to, like, stick this thing through its back to the debris pile that it's sitting on, and it literally doesn't even have time to scream. As its head comes up in shock, it opens its mouth, and Ree has already clubbed it and caved its skull in. It's like a very brutal, not even a noise.
I think we just became best friends.
Yep.
All right, so
That was awesome.
That went way better than I thought it was gonna go. All right, I'm gonna check this door now. I'm also gonna give the all clear as I go toward that door, and let the other two know they can come in.
All right, I'm gonna walk in.
alrighty.
And as they're doing that, I'm gonna try to get more rat meat off of this little fucker.
Okay, go ahead and make a survival check for me. Okay, I mean 7's not bad. I'll say that you can get yourself another half pound of meat off of it. It's not really muscly. This thing's pretty fatty, so there's a lot of gristle to it, and you know damn well that regardless of what kind of creatures you eat, you don't want to eat the gristle. So yeah, you will say if you want to add it, I don't know if you can add it just as weight, but for the sake of brevity for you, it will be like a quarter day's rations.
This thing's nasty.
Yeah, it's gross. Like gross.
Ray, what are you doing?
What am I doing? I'm getting some meat for dinner for later. Hey, these guys they're fucking disgusting, but they got a lot of great protein. It's good for you, more or less. Just avoid the guts.
Oh yeah, don't do that.
Hey, how do I rotate my character?
There's a blue box, like when you select it, there's a blue box. If you click that and drag, it'll change the direction he's facing.
Yeah, it turns it into the I don't know what the other access is called because I'm not that kind of guy, but
Oh, there we go.
You can also hit E and do, if you have a scroll wheel on your mouse, you can rotate it that way. It gets a little bit
nice.
wild because when I do it, it just goes into free spin. But you used to be able to work out.
World around the world.
I'm gonna go in as well, but I'm gonna still keep an eye on the doors behind us as we're moving, like I was last time.
Okay. All right. Perfect. Yeah. No problem. Give me I'll tell you what. Give me a perception check, please. $16. Okay. Yeah, you glance behind you and you kind of check the door that you have not gone in and the door that you did come in. You don't see anything, but with that perception, you do still hear the rat from the very first courtyard kind of squeaking and skittering around inside of the pit.
All right, so who's gonna be the first person through this door?
Oh, let me check it first.
Yeah, see if we do. We gotta check for traps first.
Was that investigate? Is that what you had me do?
Yeah. Since you are actually taking the time to look it over intricately, go ahead and roll an investigation check.
It's an 8.
Yeah, so looking it over, the interesting thing about this is that it's not like anything that you've seen before. It's carved, to look like a dragon. Like the door literally looks. It's got the relief of a dragon in it, and the mouth of the dragon that protrudes ever so slightly from the door is the keyhole. The weird thing is that keyhole is dead center in the middle of the door. It's not like a door handle or anything. So this is not like most doors you've seen. As far as the trap aspect, you do a full mechanical search of it, and it looks sound. It looks okay.
I think we're good.
But there's a keyhole.
Yeah, it's not trapped though, at least as far as I could tell.
Can I use my stone cutting ability?
So stone cutting, I believe, only gives you advantage on what? What does it say exactly?
Intelligence check on origin of stonework or something. Yeah, I don't think that's this door. Okay, yeah.
I mean, I can let you roll a history check if you and use your advantage to see what the origin of the door, like who may have carved it, like what kind of crafter may have carved it.
I think I'll hold it.
Okay.
All right, so back up to the other door then. Unless someone has a key. I could try to pick it, but
Yeah, and
Yeah,
as
I
you
don't
were
think-
investigating it, sorry, Beaufort, I didn't mean to cut you off. As you were investigating it, I mean, looking into the keyhole, which is a pretty popular spot to put a fucking trap because everyone's got to go to the keyhole eventually. I mean, you could see tumblers inside, so I mean, it could be picked.
you want me to try to pick it? I'm gonna try to pick it.
Okay, go ahead and make. What you're gonna do is make a dexterity check, and you are going to do that with your proficiency modifier added, because I'm assuming you are proficient in thieves' tools.
Yes.
Okay.
Can I use guidance on her?
You absolutely can.
All right, D4.
Okay, so it's gonna be a dex check plus 3 and then plus a d4.
No, so you rolled a saving throw. It's not a saving throw. It's literally just click your dexterity.
Oopsie, hold on. Okay, so 18
Okay.
plus
Plus the
3 is 21 plus, I got a 3 on the d4, so 24.
24. Okay, so you oh, that's really fucking good. So you get in there with your thieves tools and you begin prying the tumblers and turning them ever so slightly, and it takes her like a legitimate 4 or 5 minutes to get this thing to the point where she feels like it's gonna break. And then she like twists just a hair in the wrong direction and all of the tumblers reset. But Doc, you know that you were like this fucking close. Like you had it, but just something in there was just a hair off.
This is a tough one. I kind of want to keep trying, but there are lives on the line.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll be able to find a key for it around here somewhere.
Yeah, if it's not on any of those goblins, it might be in the door to the northwest.
Did we actually check the bodies? You said they were pretty picked clean, right?
Yeah, they'd been pretty picked clean. Even the weapons, there was a couple weapons lying around, but you could tell like anything they had on their belts was just cut off and taken.
All right, should we go to the next door?
Yeah, let's go to the next door.
Yeah, it seems like our only option.
I will check this one as well.
Okay, go ahead and give me an investigation check.
That's a 7.
Okay, no, I mean, yeah, you're pretty confident, especially after looking at that crazy door back there. You're pretty confident this thing's alright.
I think this one's fine too. Is it locked?
It is not locked.
Okay. I'll take my place.
All right, who's going to be the first one through?
I'll give it a peek.
All right, so the door it swings open without any problem, and on the interior you can see that it is 10 feet wide and about, let's see here, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, about 40 feet long. It looks like some sort of thoroughfare of some sort. Obviously it was intended for whatever is past this to lead to the outside, as there's nothing really exciting about it. It's dark, definitely very dark, not like no light source whatsoever. On the far end, you can see that there is another stone door down here, and then to the north there is a door, and directly across from that to the south there is another door.
Yeah, we will convey this to the rest of the group, and she will enter the hallway.
Okay.
Be careful, long hallways.
It seems fine. I don't see anything dangerous in here.
Okay. Yeah.
What else?
So
Second, third,
so
ranger.
restarts walking, and yeah, there doesn't seem to be any issue whatsoever. The floors are sturdy. They do appear to be pretty well worn. They're dirty. You can see that there's like dirty old footprints that lead to and fro to a point where it's almost its own new beaten path. And yeah, you enter without any issue.
Do any of the doors look like they're more? That's a very vague way of asking. Does any door look more used than the others? I mean, is there more like footprints going into one as opposed to another?
Yeah. So the door to the south appears. Actually, you know what? I'll tell you what. Make a survival check for me. Let's see. And that's a good point. Which door handle's been touched more? 8. It's tough to tell because they're just so freaking old. But you can tell that yeah, the door to the south has probably been used more. Just by like the spot in front of it that's worn down, but the door itself looks just the same.
So it seems like the one down south might be the most frequently traveled door, but I mean, I don't know. Key could be anywhere at this point.
I want to listen at this door.
Okay, yeah, make a perception check for me, please. Okay, yeah, so you put your ear against the door and you listen. There is no keyhole on this door, so you're just putting it against raw stone, and you just kind of hear your own heartbeat. That doesn't really appear to sound like anything is audible on the other side.
Okay, I don't hear anything, but I think it might just be because it's such a thick door. Don't see a keyhole.
Hey, Doc, how about you let me open this one?
Go for it.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and cast Thaumaturgy.
Thaumaturgy. All right. Okay. Yeah. So you belt out your incantation and you trace this sigil in the air, and as you complete, there is this wind that picks up around the door handle, and the door shifts and boop, pops open. Give me just 1 second to reveal that.
This is a shitter.
Could be. Anywhere's a shitter if you try hard enough, Ree.
That's very true in my perspective.
I'm gonna go ahead and poke my head inside.
Okay, so this 10-foot square chamber is hewn from stone, like everything else has been. It contains an upright keg fashioned of rusted iron, which is down in the southeastern corner. That would be here. And there are rusted pipes that lead from the keg and into the floor. More than that, the ceiling, as you look up of the stone chamber, has been carved with this relief that appears to be swimming fish.
I'll go ahead and look inside, and there's fish on the ceiling.
Does that mean anything to anyone?
I only see fish in a big keg with pipes on the ground. I'm gonna go ahead and walk inside.
Okay. Yep. You step inside. It's a little bit more damp in here physically as you enter. It is just a hair colder and definitely a little bit moister, which gives you the feeling like there could actually be some sort of liquid inside of this keg, as you have not felt this level of dampness anywhere else.
Ooh, gee, it's a little cold in here. Oof. I'm gonna go and there's this keg here. You want to look at it too? I Ranger. I'm gonna say in Dwarvish. There's a keg in here. You want to come look at it?
She'll nod and enter the hallway and go and look.
Okay, yeah. So you guys look at the keg. There are a couple of iron bands that are strapped around the base of it, which hold it to the floor. Again, there are two iron pipes that stick out from the bottom and actually lead down, like literally into the base of the stone, the floor. And then there is a lid on top that has a couple little bolts in it, but it's it's well rusted. It's nothing impressive. But aside from that, yeah, it's just a big fucking keg.
Feels kind of moist in there. What's going on?
We found a keg.
Is that beer in it?
I don't know. I'll look. I'm gonna go ahead and get my little hammer and poke the top of it.
Okay. Yeah, so as soon as you hit it, you definitely hear the sound of sloshing something on the inside, and it is liquid. So that's a step in the right direction. Are you trying to take the top off? Is that what you're doing?
Hey, I'll go ahead and take the top off.
Okay, go ahead and give me a strength check.
Sure.
11. Okay, so you hit the top of the keg with the hammer, and you see it shift heavily in one direction, but unfortunately, you just didn't give it enough weight to actually knock that rim off.
Man, my arm, it's not doing too good right now. How about y'all? You want to try it?
I'll lend my strength to his.
Okay, go ahead and make a strength check, Bo, or whoever wants to, and then make it with advantage, your choice. Whoever is the one assisting, obviously, will not make the roll. All right. And the second roll? $15. Perfect. All right. So she who has not been named enters and grabs hold of the top, and Beaufort gets underneath with the back of his hammer and starts to like crank the edges, and you hear, and with one big heave, the whole top of the thing just pops right off. As soon as that happens, you hear this screech from inside. I need everybody to get ready for initiative.
Oh no.
So we are going to...
Ooh.
All right, hold on. Not yet. Sorry, go ahead. If you just rolled, that's fine. Everybody who is here or who is not on there, go ahead and roll for initiative.
Did you need me to re-roll then?
Yeah, because I had literally, as you rolled, I was just swapping the initiative off. So sorry.
I'll take that.
Those are nasty looking motherfuckers.
What are these things?
Give me just one sec. Do 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 do. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Whoops, disregard that. Although now that I know there's an initiative button, I know better. Okay, anyways, all right. So, these creatures come screeching out of the keg. The first one hits the top of the keg with so much force that it literally creates heat, and it blasts both She Who Will Not Be Named and Bofer. It projects up and outwards, and materializes as this small winged creature that has this long hooked nose, and its whole body appears to be made of steam. A similar creature erupts from the keg just above where the keg currently lies, except this one appears to be made of ice. So with that being said, let's see here. Who do we have? Oh, we don't have.
So my initiative didn't show in the tracker from what I can tell, and I'm not sure why.
That's weird. Well, what did you roll? You rolled a 20? Okay, give me 1 sec.
Thank you.
There we go. Okay, so, yeah, with that being said, let me, this is going to be a surprise round for them. Okay, so the first one is going to... Okay, so the steam method, as it pops out, you see it kind of like look around at the lot of you, and it quickly throws its hands in this wide arc, and as it comes down, its form, which was naturally just a little bit on the blurry side, becomes extremely blurry, as it is going to cast blur on itself. Okay. All right, the other one, the ice method, is going to turn towards the door, and it is going to, as it turns towards the door, you guys feel this cold start to fill the space around it. As it inhales deeply, you see its chest kind of rise to a point that doesn't really make a whole lot of physiological sense. And as it exhales, it's going to exhale a cone of cold. So I need Doc and Ree to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Oh, shit.
Oh no.
Okay, so we've got a 7 and a 6, so the DC was 10 for this guy, so you unfortunately both failed.
We're not ready for that one.
So you guys each take 5 points of cold damage, as it's not necessarily the raw cold that hurts, it's the chunks of fucking ice and hail that pelt and tear into your flesh. With that, they end their surprise round. So we're gonna go back to the top. She Who Has Not Been Named. We need to figure out a better name for you. I can't keep doing that. I'm just gonna call you. You're just gonna be She. You're She.
Or Ranger, but that works.
The Ranger.
She's gonna drop her bow, grab her short sword, and swing at the one in the one that just did the ice.
All right. Okay, so a 16, yeah, you lash out with your short sword as it finishes its frost breath, and you land an impact. Go ahead and roll damage for me. All right, 5 piercing.
And then I'd like to use bonus action to swing with a second.
Okay. Yep. You hit it and it cuts deep. It appears to maybe have blood, but you're not sure. Some sort of weird, like blackish, but with like a blue hint ichor begins to seep out of the wound. Go ahead and make your attack. $12 does hit. All right, another 7. Okay, yeah, you land us that second blow, and you dig deep. You see that a good chunk of its back has been completely torn open, and it is, quote-unquote, bleeding heavily.
That's all I got.
All right, Bofer.
All right, Bofer's going to go ahead and look at the one made of ice and use his Warhammer to attack.
All right, go ahead and make an attack. 23, yeah, 23 definitely fucking hits.
And let's see here. And I'm using this one-handed.
Yep. Okay, so that's gonna be 10. Okay, so this thing, you hit it, and it actually it appears to be very vulnerable to bludgeoning weapons. As you hit it, it literally strikes the right shoulder where its wing is keeping it aloft, and it begins to detonate inwards, to the point where it literally gets pulled into this almost small elemental vortex for just a second as its body dissipates, and then it explodes outwards. I need Ree, Bofer, and She to all make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Oof.
Just can't make those saves.
You need me or Bofer? You said Bo, but did you mean me?
Disregard that second roll. Alright, so, so we have, let's see here, we've got Ree and Bofer take 8 points of slashing damage, and, Ranger, you take half. Its body completely disintegrates at this point. Its body completely disintegrates, but as it does so, it explodes these jagged ice shards outwards from its body.
And Ree goes down.
Oh, no, not good. I'm sorry.
And
No, you know what? No.
Barbarians.
Hold on, sorry. The baby's got me messed up here. That was not supposed to be for Ree, that was supposed to be for Doc.
Mine is a 20.
20, okay, so you take 4 points of slashing damage. Sorry about that, Ree. I had you guys' character.
I'm down
backwards.
anyway.
Okay.
Oh, so wait, I didn't get hit by the ice?
You didn't get hit by the slashing damage, but you did get hit by the cold damage.
Oh, so how much was cold damage? Was that?
That was from the ice breath, so that was the one I did during that first round.
Okay, but this guy exploding didn't
affect you, no. So his was
Okay.
just a 5-foot burst around him. I had yours and Doc's models mixed up, so.
Okay.
I thought I healed Candace for 7 points of damage last session, so she shouldn't be down.
She got hit by the ice again.
Okay.
She's been hit by 2 things in the last 2 rounds, so.
Yeah, she took the brunt both.
Alright, I'm gonna put a little icon on her to show that she is currently down. Alright, so Bofer, anything else for your turn?
No, that's going to be it for this one.
Alright, brings us to Ree.
Okay. Oh shit, hang on. Alright, Ree is going to... she did see her new friend go down, but she doesn't really have anything to save her at the moment, so she's going to try to take care of the other son of a bitch right here.
Okay.
Since I only have one more rage left in me, I'm not going to do it now, but I will whack at this one.
Okay, and you're going to make your attack with disadvantage as it is blurred. It's really hard to tell where it's at.
It's not going to hit.
Yeah, so you swing at it, and it, like, your club, your table leg, kind of like, you're like, oh yeah, I got it, I see you, little bastard, and then it kind of like slips through, and you just hear this gong as you hit the keg, and the water kind of starts to slosh out.
Ah, son of a bitch!
Alright, anything else?
Nope, that's it for Ree.
Okay, so the Mephit is going to inhale, and as it inhales, it is going to turn its attention towards She, and it is going to breathe out a cone of steam directly in her face as it screeches and hisses at you. Go ahead and make a Dexterity saving throw for me. Okay, that is a success. You do manage to block up the brunt of it. So you are only going to take, let's see, 3, so we'll call it 1 point of fire damage. And that is going to end its turn. That is going to bring us to Doc, so we will need a death saving throw.
I got a 3.
No.
So yeah, it's not a Constitution saving throw. It's just roll a d20. But either way, she has a +0 con. So yeah, unfortunately, that is a fail. Okay, so we've got 1 death fail on Doc. That brings us to She.
I'm gonna swing with both.
All right, go ahead and make some attacks, but make them both with disadvantage. You definitely hit with 1. Perfect. Okay, so you miss with the second swing, but actually that may not be the case. Give me 1 second, because I do have to make a concentration check. So bear with me for just a moment. No, he doesn't maintain concentration. You smack this thing with the first short sword, and you see it kind of like bounce off the wall backwards, and as it keeps itself aloft, one of its toes touches the water, and it begins to create more steam, and you see it kind of like lose its focus, and then it whoop, rematerializes, so you do hit it on the second strike.
Gotta love that.
Holy shit. What the fuck? How does a short sword... Wait, how did that roll pan out? Oh, you've got... Oh, I see. You got a +2 strength. That's right. You're a fucking half-orc, aren't you? Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we're looking at 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that's going to be...
Audio's gone.
Yep, no, sorry, I was actually counting out loud to myself. I'm doing math on my side. Thank you, though. Okay, so yeah, you slash at this thing twice, and you deal a mean amount of damage to it. As you cut into it, this one definitely is not physically bleeding, but it is letting out these huge pockets of steam that are actually rising upwards, but it is starting to flail as it is desperately trying to keep itself alive. That's going to bring us to Bofer.
Does it still have its spell up?
No, when she hit it, it literally, like, you saw it kind of fumble, and it could not figure out how to maintain it, and it rematerialized.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and use my Warhammer on it.
Okay. Alright, yeah, 13 definitely hits.
One-handed.
One-handed. Alright, so yeah, I'm gonna need Bofer, Ree, and She to all make dexterity saving throws as you hit this one again with your Warhammer, and as you slam it into the wall, its body twists inwards, and then quickly you hear this as it bursts out. Oh, we got some successes there. That ain't bad.
Finally got it.
This time.
Actually... Steam, I didn't see how much damage that was. Alright, we're gonna call it 1 point of fire damage to all three of you, as you all succeeded. Seeing and knowing what this thing was about to do, you ducked, and the burst rippled outwards, and you guys just barely took a little bit of the steam effect. So, we will call that effective combat end. Okay.
We go over and see if I can help Doc at all.
Okay. Sure. Yeah. Do you have a medicine check, or do you have a healer's kit?
I don't remember. I'm looking.
I do have a healer's kit, so Ree can hand it off, or...
As do I.
Did he actually go to sleep? How the fuck did you manage that?
Yeah, I don't have one, so I can... If someone else wants to try, or I can try.
Please tell me that Spare the Dying is one of your cantrips, Boo Boo.
Spare the Dying is not in my cantrips, but I do have Cure Wounds.
I mean, however you want to do it. Yeah, you guys tell me.
I'll use Cure Wounds.
Okay. All right. So you mutter your incantation, you begin to pour the healing out over her, and you guys see like the liquid iron that pours from his open palm into her wounds as it begins to close. Go ahead and roll your healing. That is, holy shit, 10. Jesus. That is a good roll. So, with that, Doc, who is on the ground twitching and going into death rattle, breathes deep and coughs once. Little tiny hairball pops out, and her eyes flicker open and she looks around.
Visually, she is covered in a decent amount of blood.
Jesus Christ, Doc, that was...
Moradin.
Moradin Christ. No.
Oh, God. Don't do that. That's the second time today.
I promise you I'm not doing that on purpose.
I'm not too far gone myself. You see the burns and the blood all over my chest.
Is that mine or yours?
Might be a little both.
I think I got an icicle stuck in my chest.
You guys look down, and yeah, 100%, Ree has still got a partially melted icicle sticking out of her breastbone.
I'm gonna like breathe on it.
Yeah, don't pull it out. It'll melt.
I am going to, resheath my blade to reacquire my bow after, wipe off method off my blade.
I'm gonna go ahead and slowly peek inside of this little keg after walking away from Doc.
Yeah, so you peek inside of the keg, and now do you have dark vision, Bofer?
I do, yes.
Yeah. Okay. So inside, you see very brackish looking water of some sort, but at the bottom of the keg, where there are open pipes, and it looks like at some point in time this water was meant to collect here and go down potentially to another level or another room. But at the bottom, you see clear as fucking day, 5 tiny pieces of sapphire sitting at the bottom of the keg.
I am going to throw my hand straight in there, like eyeing the blue.
Yeah, so I had a feeling that was coming. You dive in, and you guys see like Bofer's whole body, like literally just legs dangling in the air, little dwarf legs kicking, and you hear this sloshing around like he's bobbing for apples. And he comes up and he opens his palm, and you see he's got 5 pieces of absolutely gorgeous sapphire in his hand.
Oh, shiny.
Just gonna put it close next to my eye like this and just...
Yeah, so go ahead and make an... it's tough to... I'll tell you what, make a history check with advantage.
While he's doing that, I'm going to go back into the hallway and resume my post.
Okay. 16, yeah, so you identify that these are easily worth on any market 10 gold apiece, which is huge. I mean, that is a pricey fucking sapphire. So go ahead and mark in your inventory that you have 5 tiny sapphires worth 10 gold each.
Ooh, nice.
Who would like to carry these?
I probably have.
Oh, there was nothing left of the methods, right? They dissipated into nothingness.
I'm sorry, say that one more time?
You said, oh, there was nothing left of the methods, correct? They dissipated into
That
nothingness?
is correct. There is some steam residue on the walls, and there are pieces of ice and chunks of debris on the ground, but their actual physical form is gone.
Do not lose those. That's worth a lot of rat meat.
I will protect them with my life. They're so shiny and pretty.
Baby.
That's worth at least...
going
How
on
many
trial.
pounds of rat meat would you say?
I don't know, 100 maybe. I don't know. Rat meat's not worth shit. Usually, I can't sell that shit for anything. Nobody will buy rat meat, believe it or not.
Let's just say it's worth a lot of rat meat.
All right. So there were 5 sapphires, you said, worth 10 gold each.
Correct.
I can make such pretty rings out of those. I could make rings, I could make pendants, I could make bracelets, tiaras.
That is true.
Gorgeous.
Now, Beaufort, just for reference, you are tracking your spell slots, right? I believe that was your last spell slot.
That is my
today.
last spell slot.
That's what I thought. Okay, just wanted to make sure.
What time of day would this be ish?
Go ahead and give me a nature check. Judging on when you guys came down here, because you did not rest the night, you decided to come down pretty much immediately after having the... Oh, no, you know what? I take that back. You guys did rest in the inn. You guys did sleep in the old board. No, you didn't. You dropped off your stuff and then left, right? Yeah, it was a matter of urgency. Okay, so let's see. We're going to morning, noon, back over down here. So we're looking at probably about 4:30, 5 o'clock in the afternoon. On that note, the bit of adventuring and traveling that you have done outside of dropping your stuff off at the tavern, you guys are starting to feel kind of hungry. Just FYI.
Got plenty of rat meat if you guys are hungry. Yeah, roast them up a little bit, maybe. Get a nice little spit going.
Nobody's on board.
I'm gonna look down because I forgot my rations.
Yep, I will definitely take rat meat. Are we, should we try to find somewhere to rest? This could be a good room.
Seems like a good space. I mean, we
How
got
big
we
is
got a
this
piss
room?
pot in here. It's 10 by 10, right?
It is 10 by 10, but there is an iron keg that is bolted to the floor, so somebody will have to sleep either sharing a space with the. Well, there's two small creatures, so goblin and dwarf need to cuddle up together, or somebody's sleeping in the keg.
I mean, I
And we
think
do
this,
also have that dragon door room. That's pretty
that is
big
true.
and empty.
Yeah. We could guard that door. Hopefully nothing can come through the dragon door.
Yeah, there is only one way in and out of this pot.
Well,
Right.
the thing is, if we just took their heated and cooled water or whatever, they may come and investigate and hear why things suddenly stopped working.
That is true.
That's a pretty fair point.
I
Oh,
think we
let's-
should go to the dragon room.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys backtrack out of the hallway, out of the Mephit room, back down the hallway, and into the room with the door with the dragon relief on it.
No way this can backfire.
No, not at all.
Only
I'm
from
gonna go ahead and drop my bag of caltrops right at the door.
Okay, inside or outside?
It's gonna be like right. Where can I ping this?
Yeah, but my better question is: are you dropping them outside of the door or inside where you guys are?
It's gonna be inside after we all left that little space.
Okay, perfect. So inside of the room you're in right now, right at the door.
Yes.
Okay.
He
Yes.
drops all the d4s he has.
Yeah, I was gonna say okay. Okay, sounds good. Yeah, so you take your bag of caltrops and you kind of empty them out in front of where that door space is, hoping that if somebody opens it, they get completely fucking wrecked. Okay, so what is your intention? What are you guys doing here?
I think we're gonna eat and rest, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Obviously, we're doing this in shifts. I'm assuming you need to sleep uninterrupted for your magic.
Yes.
Yep, you need at least 8 hours of sleep, and then you need to sit and meditate when you wake up.
Okay, so 3 shifts. I can take first.
I'll take middle.
And I'll take the last one.
Okay. All right, perfect. So your guys' intention is a long rest. Excellent.
You can, yeah.
We share some rat meat.
Okay. So as far as the rat meat preparation, I know this might sound kind of petty, but we're going to have to go through some how are you going to do this sort of thing.
Yeah, so I do have a tinderbox.
Perfect.
I mean, that's just a tinderbox. It's not like anything to make a fire out of necessarily. We didn't come across like any kind of like furniture anywhere, did we?
No, not yet. Everything has been pretty much just crumbled stone masonry.
Hey,
Well, we do have the
could you
rat meat
light
rations.
the tinder for a second?
I can like the tinder, sure.
I'm gonna go ahead and let's see here for a second. What was the weapon made out of?
My weapon?
No, the weapon in the large room with the goblins.
Oh.
It's javelins. Or
Wooden
and
hats.
spears, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna have to move aside the caltrops for a second.
Okay.
How long is that gonna take?
It's negligible.
All right, I'm gonna walk in there, step outside the door,
Okay.
and then go grab the weapon.
Okay, easy. Yeah. There was a couple of spears in here that were, you could easily gather those up and have yourself a quick burning but efficient fire for sure. The blood's dried, so that's that couldn't hurt anything, right?
Gonna go ahead and do that.
Okay, all right,
While
sounds
he's
good.
gathering weapons, I'll prep the area for the
And
campfire.
then
Quick, familiar motions there.
Sure.
Something he's done many times.
Okay,
I'm
yeah.
going to go ahead and fix the caltrops, spread them out a little bit more.
Perfect. All right, so we'll do this for the sake of brevity. Whoever is the most proficient in survival, give me a survival check with advantage, since everybody is assisting in this.
It's only
I've
one
got a-
for me.
I've got a +4.
I also can use thaumaturgy, which means I can make a fire go really big.
We're not looking for a fire to be really big here. We're looking for it to be really efficient.
Understood.
So, but yeah, so whoever's got the highest survival, go ahead and give me the because this will light. I mean, the wood will light. It's not going to be an issue. The issue comes into play with how is it going to impact the meat that is about to be cooked over this, considering you have blood from a creature you've never eaten and meat from a creature that most of you have never eaten.
Okay, is the 4 the highest? Am I making the roll?
It sounds like it, at least at. Hang on one second.
Yeah, definitely.
Candace,
Yours way
your
better.
survival's not +4 or higher, right? Okay.
No, I'm only at 2.
14 total.
Okay. Oh, okay. Perfect. 14. So, yeah, no problem whatsoever. You guys prep the area quickly and scarily efficiently. You lay down the halves, you break them in half, and you strike the tinder, you lay it on there. You even manage to salvage some of the stone spear tip and make almost like a little grill. And you fire it up and toss the rat meat on, and yeah, sure as shit, you cook the rat meat, no problem. It stinks. It definitely stinks. It does not smell like good meat. It's not like bacon, but it's meat nonetheless. So over the course of the next 15-20 minutes, you guys have completed cooking your rat meat. I don't think this... I can honestly tell you guys right now, this is the first time I've ever had a party playing this module cook the fucking dire rat meat. To ensure they live. And I love it. I love it.
It's just a normal Tuesday for me. This stuff is good, isn't it?
It smells dreadful.
No, it doesn't.
If you want to stick to your rations, I'll eat your portion.
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, yeah, you gotta, and a little salt couldn't hurt, but I mean, yeah, that's fine. It's good.
You know what'll help? If you, when you take a bite, put your pinky up.
Yeah.
To
Put
show
your pinky up.
my burned pinky from forging.
It's pretty gnarly. Yeah, he's definitely got like... Yeah, it's not...
Maybe
not good.
put that back down.
Making me lose my appetite. Yeah.
Even more than this rat meat.
So, okay, so Kevin, how much rat meat did you actually have? Did I give you an amount of days worth of rations?
You gave me a day for that one I managed to salvage, and you gave me like a quarter for this last one.
Okay. So that would be per person. So
yeah.
So I would say now you guys aren't going to starve to death. You're not going to get exhausted because you haven't eaten in a day. But just note that who is going to be the one that eats the full ration? Or would you like to legitimately split it up so that everybody gets like... We'll call it for the sake of argument, everybody would get like a half day's ration.
I mean, I do have still like some like I do have ordinary dried meats and whatnot in my ration thing,
Yeah,
so I
I've got
can.
a day.
Oh yeah, if you guys still have actual rations, please
Yeah,
feel free to use them.
Actually, I've got 5 days worth.
Oh, okay. Well, why don't we do this then? Why don't we, for the sake of brevity in this situation, you have successfully cooked enough meat and with your foraging, your survival ability. I think you're a survivalist, aren't you?
Outlander. Yeah.
Outlander, perfect. So you have also found enough naturally growing fungi and plant matter, like edible mosses, in this alcove to sustain you guys for the next day. And yes, everybody, it tastes bitter and like you are eating algae, but when you rest, you feel fine. You feel great. You've got a full belly. No problem.
I love trying exotic foods.
Can't get more exotic than underground.
It's true.
Oh, I forgot. I still have 1 day's ration.
Shut up and eat your rat meat, Bofer.
Eat your rat.
You'll eat it and like it.
Gonna, like, nibble slowly.
Okay, so you guys take turns resting for the evening. For those of you who are each taking shifts, please give me a perception check, a standard perception check.
I could go first.
Okay, 13.
I got a 23.
Fuck.
Where are those rolls during combat?
Well, if you were conscious during combat, they'd
That
probably
would
be all
help.
over.
Oh.
It's not wrong.
She has full hit points when she rests.
It's true.
No, she doesn't. That is not how
No,
it works in my campaign.
I do because he
Oh.
healed me to full.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's true. I thought you were talking about you just go back to full. No, you don't go back to full.
No, we have to use hit die.
Yeah, so anybody who wants to use a hit die to heal themselves, you're more than welcome to at this point. And then at the end of the long rest, since you're level 1, you get your hit die back. So
Beaufort, do you have closed wounds?
What was that?
Do you have closed wounds? Did we put that in?
Close wounds?
So am I just clicking long
No, he
rest
doesn't.
on D&D Beyond? Is that just how I heal for this?
I think long rest actually just resets your abilities, your one-shot abilities. All you're going to do is roll a... can you click on a hit die? I don't know how to actually
I don't
works
think
in
I don't
D&D,
see it
but-
on the thing.
Okay,
you
so
you
all
should be
you're
able to
gonna-
just yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say she should be able to just use her hit die here in roll 20. I would think, and then if she just rolls, however many she's gonna use, it should tell you what she gets back.
Yeah, so whatever your hit die is what your ranger, so the thing is a d10. So just roll a d10 and then add your con modifier to it. And then obviously for Reed it's a d12.
What's
I'm
mine,
looking-
a D10 or a D8? I think mine's a D10.
Pretty sure cleric is a d8.
D8, let me look.
Looking to
what's
see
this?
if
We're-
it's
if
on
we're-
D&D Beyond.
If we're doing shifts, we're basically getting short rest then, or
No. Everybody's going to get a long rest, but during the... So I don't do the long rest where you just magically get all of your hit points back. You still have to spend your... hit dice for it. However, because you are taking a long rest and you're only level 1, you automatically get that hit die back. So this is essentially just to see what you guys gain back over the course of this rest.
Yeah, you're right. It's a D8. Hey, where'd you find that? The hit dice.
I just clicked on a short rest, and
Oh, it is-
you have the hit die availability there, and I just clicked that. And,
Oh, yeah, it says
That's what I was
roll a hit
looking for.
die. Interesting.
yeah.
Interesting, yeah. And then if you click long rest, it will have reset maximum hit points, which is just, we don't do it quite like that.
Yeah.
Makes it way more interesting.
It does. And at early levels, it makes it way fucking easier because you just get those hit dice right back anyways, so... Because I think everybody just healed the full, didn't they?
No, I'm not healed to full.
I'm
Oh.
not. I took a...
I am.
I'm a 5.
Oh, you're pretty
Yeah,
damn
I'm just-
close,
I'm
though,
just shy.
She.
Yeah.
Now, just, you can change your hit points on your character. Have I given you guys control of that, or no? There we go.
Yeah, I've been doing it.
Okay, I just want to make sure that you guys can actually see it.
Oh, I will make sure I keep track of that. Sorry about that.
Yeah, no,
You
it's
showed
okay.
it to me, and I
No,
yeah.
no, it's fine. I just want to make sure. It might be an easy way for you to keep track. If you want to do it in D&D Beyond, that's fine. I can change it on here, but when you change it on your character, since I have it, and it's invisible to everybody, it's just kind of for personal, aid, and I can see it as well.
Okay.
I have it on all the NPCs that I can see so that I know where they're at.
Yeah, I've been keeping track. I'll do both because I like having it on there.
Okay, so as far as the perception checks are concerned, you guys did fucking fantastically, and there is not a peep that creeps through this place. Not even a lick of wind. The only thing that you all hear is the audible, occasional squeak of the rat that is still in the pit in the first area you entered.
During my shift, I would also make it a point to listen at that dragon door just to see if I hear anything through there.
Okay, fair enough. Go ahead and make a perception check for me.
That's a 16.
So yeah, you listen, and it is dead silent on the other side.
Okay. Thank you.
Ominous choice of words.
Okay, so you guys all wake up in the morning. Nobody's woken up for combat in the middle of the night. You dust yourselves off, gather your things. Bofer, you perform your morning rituals to gain your spells, and you feel the connection to Moradine activate, and you're ready to roll.
I'm gonna collect my caltrops.
Okay, very good. Now, real quick, Bofer, I'm gonna give this to you as a freebie because I happen to know the Forge domain really well, and you haven't done it yet. So you have an ability called Blessing of the Forge. At the end of any long rest, you can imbue a magic, or you can imbue an item into a magic weapon or armor by touching it, and it would give it a +1 to either AC or attack roll. I know you hadn't done that yet, but I didn't want you to leave without it and go, oh fuck, what did I do?
Okay.
So, just so you know, you can pick anything from any person. It doesn't have to be on you, but I don't want you to lose that. So that's my DM gift to you.
Thank you.
You're
so
welcome.
I'm gonna walk up to Candace,
Okay.
or I'm gonna walk up to Doc.
I'm not hurt yet.
Gonna touch her armor and do my sign.
That is very generous.
Do not die this time.
And as he finishes saying the word time, it almost rings out like somebody had hit a gong in the distance, and you feel a vibration in your armor, and you see these golden sigils begin to streak down the armor. You feel hot for a second, like, holy shit, this is uncomfortable, and then it fades, and as you kind of like reach up and kind of adjust where the chest piece sits on you, it feels sturdier. You get a +1 AC until the next rest.
Heyo. I will say, I will continue to do my best not to die. Please don't run out of healing. Is there somewhere for me to mark that, or just remember?
Yeah, so if you click on your character model, just so you guys know, I always use the green as hit points, the little green bubble as hit points, and the blue is always going to be your AC. So if you have a bonus to AC, then you're more than welcome to put that there. And then what I usually do is the red I use for temporary hit points because they will always go before your regular hit points.
Okay.
And
I
then
have
cannot be
updated it.
healed, so. Okay, cool. Thank you very much. That's actually not bad. 16 AC isn't too freaking shabby.
15 wasn't too shabby, I thought.
Well, it wasn't too yeah, I'll leave it alone, sorry. I've wounded you enough.
You've wounded me enough, sir.
I would like to see if I can kind of disguise our presence here a little bit, see if I can break down the fire and make it just a little less obvious that we were here.
Okay, go ahead and make a... you are attempting to cover... Ooh, this is tough. Make a survival check.
Might not be super easy on the stone, but I'll try.
Yeah, you really don't have a problem with as much rubble as in here. It's easy enough to go mask the scent of the fire and the rat meat under the rat corpse that is laying in the southeast corner. Nope. Sorry, Candace's beer tastes like shite. It tasted like coffee and milk.
Exactly. It's delicious.
Fucking Guinness. Okay, so anyways, yeah, you take a few minutes and you feel like you have masked a good portion of your guys' existence here, including the inevitable shit piles that unfortunately have been piled up in the southwest corner since that was dubbed the poop corner when you guys decided to sleep.
So who's going to be taking point?
Suppose I'll make the exit, or unless Doc wanted to go first.
I mean, I got this special new armor. No, I probably should stop going first.
Yeah.
All right, I'll go first.
I'm going to go ahead and cast guidance.
As usual, I'm going to watch the rear.
Okay.
Are we gonna go north this time?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's go north.
I can check the door.
Oh yes, please.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and make an investigation check for me, Doc. As you guys back out through here, the rat is silent from the other room. Doesn't mean it's necessarily dead, but it's quiet. But you don't see anything different about when you came and when you had slept. And that is going to be a 7 for investigation. No, you're
Yeah.
pretty confident this door is sound.
No problems with the door.
All right, let's give it a good.
Okay, so you reach down and you grab the little latch that is on the door and you give it a shove. One moment here. Boop, and the door opens. And yeah, so you open the door. There's a ruined chamber that stands empty except for some litter and rocky debris. It's pretty sound.
All right. That's odd to me. Also would have been a good resting space, I suppose.
Oh, you walk in, Ree?
Yeah, Ree walks in. I forgot I was on push to talk, and yeah, Ree will walk in, and yeah, she just wants to take a look around the room, see if there's anything special about this spot.
Yeah, I want to check the floor and stuff before she steps in. Like, I'll put a hand out and just hold on 1 second.
Okay, sure, yeah. So, Doc, give me a perception check, and Ree, give me an investigation.
Perception will be a 14. Investigation will be, I'm gonna guess, a 7.
6, even better. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I meant for Ree to
an
give me
8.
the investigation.
Oh.
Ree, you have a +4.
Oh, okay, so that's
No.
10.
Oh, a D4.
Plus
You have a
1
D4.
D4.
Oh, D4. Yeah.
For the record, I think guidance only lasts a minute, but...
Nope, that's not how that works. Hang on.
It's there should be a little menu as like a question mark and then a die.
Oh, right. Oh,
Yeah.
right. Ugh.
You got a 7 for your investigation.
Okay.
Hey.
Yeah, so Doc throws a hand up and kind of like glances around the room. No, sure as shit, it's an empty room. Ree, she allows you in and you kind of step in and look around and yeah, this looks like, whenever this place was in its heyday, this was probably a storage closet of some sort. There's just debris and pebbles and rock just kind of strewn about. There's dust from where old barrels and things had sat before, but they've been removed at this point. Nothing exciting.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, this place would have been an amazing place to sleep last night for sure.
When you guys walked past it, I was like, son of a bitch.
Of course we did. Alright, I'll check this door.
I'll go ahead and cast guidance again.
On moi?
Okay.
On me or Ree?
On you.
Okay. 15.
Okay, and you're looking for traps?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you look it over, and you, what is your passive perception? I think it's
14.
14. Okay, give me a perception check.
10.
Okay. Yeah, no, so you look over the door and yeah, it's just a standard stone door. Doesn't appear to have any tricks or traps or anything funky going on with it.
It's another door. Is it locked?
Nope.
It's another unlocked door.
Alright, Ranger, we're about to code through. Come on, let's go.
And Ree will open the door.
All right, here we go.
Kick it down.
Oh boy.
Okay, so you throw the door open, and in front of you, well, we'll do this in a couple of stages here. So first of all, crudely executed symbols and glyphs, scribed in bright green dye, decorate this very large and irregularly shaped crumbling chamber. A large pit in the center shows evidence of a recent fire. A metallic cage in the middle of the southern wall contains a gaping hole and stands empty. A small wooden bench draped with green cloth is next to the cage, and several small objects rest inside of it. A bedroll lies near the wooden bench, and the sound of whimpering comes from inside of it. Give me just one moment here. So, a very small creature that is currently facing you but wrapped up in a bedroll that looks remarkably like this, even has the small leather leash lying next to it, is currently curled up in the fetal position and rocking ever so slightly back and forth. You immediately recognize this little prick as a kobold. But as you pop the door open, it barely like looks up, doesn't really see through the tears, but continues to grovel and
Jesus fucking Christ, pull yourself together.
Who's that? Hello? Who's
Bree,
it?
what is that?
Who's it there? Who's it there?
The fucking kobold. You gotta be careful though, there's probably more of these little bastards.
What are they?
Oh, nasty little shits.
Okay.
So at this point, the creature stands up and kind of turns and backs itself. It doesn't really stand. It more like sits up and backs itself against the wall, and it holds the leather leash up in its hand, and it kind of looks at the lot of you and.
What do you do? What do you want? What do you come here for? What you coming to finish the job for her? You coming to kill me? What is it? What? Oh, a goblin! Oh!
And he begins to panic and look around.
Alright. So yeah, Ree will enter the room.
I'm
Bree,
following.
wait.
What?
Before we do anything like this, what do they want? Like, what are they doing here?
I gotta.
I mean, that one knows what it's doing here. Maybe I don't think it's going to talk to me. If you want to try talking to it.
At this point, as you guys start to enter, it has like scooted itself down into this, literally to this corner, and it has like turned and like a cornered dog of some sort has just begun groveling and like screeching. Does anybody here speak Draconic?
Nope, not on this one.
Nope.
Your party doesn't take an arcane caster. Okay.
I'm gonna approach it and like kneel down and just say, well, our plan isn't to hurt you. Who's trying to hurt you?
Please, don't hurt me.
What are you doing down here?
What do you mean you do? What are you doing? I here to protect the dragon, but the goblin, her people, they're coming to take him, and now I get to be.
Listen,
please,
they're
just
not
to kill
all
me,
the
just to kill
same.
me.
Okay, you said there's a dragon? Where's the dragon?
I don't know. Ask her. Her people, they coming to take it from me, and use trial. She gonna beat me even more when she knows I attack her to one who's got the friends from the surface.
Bree, please tell me you haven't had a dragon this whole time, because I've died.
I mean, I never had a dragon before. I don't know what the under the mountain goblins tend to do. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm gonna walk up.
Would Ree know anything about this? Actually.
You know what? Go ahead and make a history check. Goblins get around.
Well, and to be fair, yeah, Ree's from around here.
It's actually not bad. So there's always been kind of a mutual hostility between kobolds and goblins, and if and when, on the rare occasion, they shack up near each other, they tend to fuck with each other quite a bit. It's also well known that kobolds are reptilian creatures that have an affinity for other reptilian creatures, including dragons, and sometimes they can manifest magical abilities. The kobolds can manifest magic abilities of dragons, kind of like a sorcerer. But you guys would refer to that as like the booyog. So there's a distinct possibility that this thing had something draconic in nature that maybe it worshipped or idolized, and if it thinks there's goblins here or knows it's goblins here, which you guys know there's goblins here because you found them dead in the hallway, maybe there's something going on here with them. Uh-oh, did we lose Kat?
Yeah, we lost
I think
her.
so.
She's still in Discord from what I can see, but not Roll20.
Okay.
Cat, hear us?
Let me message her.
Well, Ree will speak up to the kobolds. Like, well, I don't know anything about dragons. I don't know anything about these people here or other goblins here who had fucked with you kobolds. But I mean, fuck kobolds in general.
I'm gonna walk up to it and point at it with my ring with the piece of azurite on it. And this thing looks like a dragon. What is it? This looks so weird.
Wait. What? You point at it with your ring?
I'm gonna point at it like this thing looks weird.
Oh, I gotcha. Oh, you mean, wait, hang on. Oh, you're at the kobold?
Yes. Because I've never seen one of them before.
Gotcha. So yeah, like as you begin to like point at it, it rears back like it's about to get punched. Like it literally just grovels and it just begins weeping.
Please, don't torture me. Just to kill me if you're gonna do it, okay?
Hold on. Do you know your way around here?
What? What do you say?
Doc, do you think this thing knows its way around here?
Maybe. Could you... Okay, so you lost a dragon, right?
Well, we kind of lose it. Those shitbag goblins, they took the Calicrex.
Okay.
They took them away from us.
Let's stop with the name calling.
But you said not all the goblins alike, so maybe she not the shitbag, but the one who take a Calicrex, a shitbag.
Slightly less of a shitbag, yeah, I'll give you that.
Okay, so... Could you take us to... Have you seen any other adventurers, any other people come through here?
That is a great question. Give me one sec.
I asked my hard ones.
He starts to kind of weep again, and he stops and he says,
there was somebody a long while ago. I don't know how to do the time, but I don't know those questions because I was being whipped at the time. Eustrial, she the one who you want to talk to about that.
Who's used trial?
What do you mean who's Eustrial? She's a queen, of
That's
course.
exactly what I said. Goodness. Okay.
there is like a legitimate puddle of like draconic snot and spit from this thing's maw on the ground in front of it.
Oh, that's disgusting.
I'm gonna give it a little pat on the head.
Don't touch it.
Yeah.
It kind of like winces under your hand, but make a... This is gonna sound... No, this is gonna sound
Animal
horrible.
handling?
Yes, make an animal handling check. That's where I was going with that.
19.
Wow. You... Okay, now this is getting weird now. You... You like reach down behind like where its ear should be, and you feel the little like opening where a reptilian ear would be, and you kind of give it a little kitty pat. You even let your nail out just a bit to scratch the scale, and the demeanor of this little piece of shit flips, and it goes from groveling to like almost purring up into your hand as it begins to almost coo, and you see its body relax physically, and it says,
Okay. I do whatever you want. I tell you what you want. You are a nice lady. Please just don't kill me, okay?
We're not gonna kill you. What? Right? We
We're
won't.
probably not gonna kill you.
I mean, as long as you don't do anything crazy, we're not gonna kill you.
I'm gonna back up to Ree.
If Eustrial is the one that we should talk to, then maybe we should go talk to Eustrial. You seem pretty stressed out.
Wait, let me ask you a question, please.
Okay?
Why are you down here?
We're looking for people. They got lost, we think.
I'm a people. I'm a
You-
no lost.
Specific people.
And debatable.
I'll just pat. We're set down here to try to find specific people who are lost. It's somebody's children. It's kind of like, you know how you miss your dragon?
Oh, yeah, no, I need my dragon. It's not
Yeah.
my dragon. It's the clan dragon. But Calicrix is my baby.
Right,
I am
right.
Meepo, the dragon keeper. Of course
Aw.
I need him here.
Okay, Meepo.
Which
Well,
is why I get beat when the fucking piece of shit greenskins take him away from me. No offense, because the beautiful
Yeah,
cat
offense
lady
taken.
said you are all of your people are different. So maybe you're not the biggest shitbag, but the little one.
Ree's not a shitbag.
Have you seen a creature with hair as the color of gold?
Blue robes.
Yes, a lady. She was tall, and she carried a book with her. She spoke a silly. Actually, she spoke a Draconic. She spoke to a Calicrix.
I think that's right then.
She tried to speak to a Calicrix, but then she went to see Eustrial, and then I no see her anymore.
So, did Eustrial kill her?
No.
Okay.
Eustrial no killer the people.
I don't know her.
Eustrial no killer anybody. She are the queen.
Well, she beats you.
But she no kill me.
I don't know if that's better.
Yeah, you see how that's worse, right?
But I still breathe, so it's great because now I get a chance to redeem myself and bring Calicrix back because the beautiful cat lady, she pet me very nice.
I'm gonna go ahead and whisper to Doc, hey, do you think you can maybe try to get him to figure out where these people are then?
Wait, hold up. Make a stealth check, Bofer.
Oh no.
Do I make it with disadvantage
Nope.
since I'm whispering? Okay.
Nope, just make it normal.
No.
That one though. So
He
as
screams in my ear.
no, he doesn't necessarily scream in your ear. It's just he's very unsubtle about it. And Meepo kind of like looks up and goes,
I told you already, I don't know what it is, but I can take you to Eustrial and maybe she can tell you.
I turned to Beaufort. I'm like, pinky up. Yes. Why don't you take us to Eustrial? We'll see what Eustrial knows. Does Eustrial know you lost the dragon already?
Are you kidding me? Why do you think I got these marks on my back?
and he kind of like bends over and you can see
It
he
just
has been
sounds-
lashed to the bone.
It sounds like you get abused a lot, so I wasn't sure.
Not normally, but yes, when I lose a dragon wormling, I get my ass kicked.
That's pretty fair. I feel like I'd be a little frustrated too. What's up?
Oh, it's a baby dragon?
Oh, yes, Calicrix is a little baby. Just not a hatchling, but she called him a wormling. She's so cute. Look at the cage over there.
And she points at the iron cage that has the big hole in it. And yeah, there was a creature that was probably the size of a Rottweiler in there.
Hey, y'all, I don't know about meeting someone that may or may not have beaten this little thing and lost a dragon.
I feel that, one, they lost the dragon, so that's not an issue now. That's a later issue. And two, we're bigger than they are.
They tend to swarm. If there's a lot of them, they're going to be a lot of them. If there's any of them, there's going to be a lot of them.
Oh.
I mean, usually, it's weird that there's one here, but yeah.
Kat, do we have you back?
Yep, I've been back for a little bit. Sorry, my computer just spat the fuck out on me.
No problem. Hopefully you're okay.
Yeah. But the ranger, who has looked utterly uninterested and completely just not giving a fuck about this kobold, if she potentially has the information we need, we should go and talk to her.
Does Yusrael welcome? Does Yusrael welcome visitors? Is this going to be an issue?
Well, even though I'm in kind of a bad sorts right now, until at least the Calicrix comes back, I am still technically the keeper of the dragon, so she listens to a little bit of what I have to say. However, and I mean truly, no offense, the goblin making a presence in Yusrael's hall maybe make her a little bit uncomfortable.
Yeah, that tracks. That tends to happen a lot with goblins.
Rhea, are you comfortable with walking in there?
I mean, if I need to hold back if you guys need to talk to her, I'll hold back. But I mean, I'm not gonna. Yeah, we'll I guess we'll see when we get there.
Yeah.
The problem is we have been at a war for a long time with the goblins that live in the Undergrove. So if I just have a goblin walk in here, people might there might be some rabble. But let me ask you this. Is there anything you maybe can give a meepo that would make it seem like you were friendly and not going to go crazy and swing that gigantic club of yours?
I got some rat meat for you.
Done deal. Rat meat is the shit.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Yes.
Sure.
Food is hard to come by down here, my friend. See,
look, you're gonna like this then.
They're fucking rats everywhere.
Yes, but when the goblins eat them all, it's so hard to get our hands on some. We eat the fungus. I don't like more than the fungus, okay? Yes, rat meat, give me.
That's fine, okay. Yeah, she'll hand over a hunk of rat meat, the nasty stuff that she got earlier.
Okay, yeah, and Meepo takes it and literally like peels a strip off of the side, gristle and all, and just slaps it in his fucking maw, and like a bird, kind of tips his head back and.
Meepo strong now. Okay, great. Now we go. You want to come with?
Yep.
Sure. Would I be able to tell at any time, like as this nasty little fucker was talking, that there was any kind of like mistruths that I was trying to sell us?
Do.
Fair point. Yeah, make
Insight.
Make an insight check for me. That was the most convincing a kobold has ever sounded to you.
Before this, can I look at the table right here?
Yeah, the green table. So you are listening to this, and yeah, I mean, like fucking exchange of meat that happens in goblin society. So maybe it happens in other little people's society, and he eats it, which is even more indicative of maybe this is legit. So yeah, you feel good, Ree. As far as the table's concerned. Okay, give me a perception check, Bofer. Wow, wonderful roll. So you look down at the table, or at the table. Now the table itself, it just seems to have like this green drape that has been put over it, and it almost seems to be serving as some sort of altar. On it, you find 4 or 5 clay jars, inside of which are different shades of green dye, and brushes that appear to have been made from some sort of wood, and then like maybe like twined up rat hair. More than that, I'm sorry, nobody here reads or speaks Draconic, correct? Have we established that? Okay. So there is graffiti all over the fucking place, and you don't know what a word of it says. However, you do notice as you glance past that table and over near where the fire pit is in the center, which is here, that there is a lot of debris, including some bone fragments and what appears to probably be like old tables and chairs and shit like that. But you also notice four tiny jade figurines that appear to be made about 3 or 4 inches high, and they appear to be carved in the shape of dragons, and they are scattered inside of this ash.
I'm gonna go ahead and nudge she and nod over to the fire pit. If she's here.
She'll kind of look at you, look at the fire pit, and see if she notices it as well.
Sure, go ahead and make a perception check with advantage. Okay, so yeah, with the 13, you see Beaufort kind of like point towards the pit, and you kind of squint initially, and you're like, I don't understand, and then he kind of nudges you again and points very specifically, like a little bit higher than where he was before, and you can see that there are at least 2 that you can see. Now, Beaufort, you see 4, but you definitely see 2 little jade chunks sticking out of the ash.
She's just gonna kind of raise an eyebrow and look at him a little bit.
Is Doc still talking to?
Yeah, for the sake of this situation, we'll say that this was happening as this conversation was going on. So yes, there is a conversation still being had.
I'm gonna do a motion of putting something in my pocket and pointing at it.
Well, in that case, I guess I'm going to wander over towards the fire pit.
Okay.
Because this seems like it's going to go so well.
Make a stealth check for me, because I know what you're doing. Make a stealth check followed by a sleight of hand check. And do them both with advantage, because the kobold is engaged in conversation with 2 people.
I rolled an 18 and a 19 without the advantage.
Well, you're good on the stealth. Let's see how good you are on digging through the fire pit.
Well, that was stealth and sleight of hand initially.
Oh, okay, I gotcha. Fair enough. Wow, good thing that we had that. Yeah, no, that's good. Wow, holy shit. Who's got loaded digital dice? What the fuck?
It's making up for last time, because last time I couldn't roll worth.
Just depends on what you're doing.
That's true. Okay, yeah. So she begins to
So
walk.
19 on both.
Yeah, no problem whatsoever. She begins to walk over very nonchalantly, like she's kind of looking at the walls and looking at the graffiti that's been painted on the walls, and instead of actually targeting the walls, she kind of kneels down, and Beaufort places himself between the bench, the fire pit, and the conversing folk, and she begins to rummage through the fire pit, and you find 4 tiny, I'm talking literally 3 to 4 inch high, jade figurines of dragons. They all appear to be carved out of the same likeness of the same dragon.
Well, I guess once I have him, I'm gonna look at him to see if there's anything else he wants me to steal from the slaves. And from there... I don't know, seriousness. Once she pockets them, she'll look at Beaufort and raise an eyebrow again.
I'm gonna nod up and try to look at them.
Yeah, so she kind of like opens her palm and shows them to you. Go ahead and make a history check with advantage, because they are a gem. You are proficient in history, right?
Yes.
Okay, just wanted to make sure.
19.
Oh, easy. Yeah, they're hands down. You could sell these for 15 gold each. They're not like well carved, but they're like straight up polished jade, so they're pretty valuable.
How many were there?
4. gonna go ahead and say I'm gonna go look at those later.
She'll nod and tuck him into a pouch.
And so that's why we're down here.
Okay, well, I understand now. Like I said, you give me the rat meat and we go and talk to Yusdrael if you want to. But, hey, maybe, can I ask you another thing? You are very strong, very tall, very powerful. Maybe you can
Well,
talk.
yeah, definitely. That's definitely true.
Oh, yes, you, of course. Look at your muscles. You're huge. I've never seen a goblin like you before. Seriously, I'm not kidding. I'm not trying to puff your boof or whatever they call it in the goblin
That's not what they
tongue.
call it. That's not.
I've never heard anybody say
Nope.
like
That's not a.
Thank goodness. Maybe it's just the ones that live below, because there is some weird stuff. But I'm telling you that you are very strong, and maybe you talk to Yusdrael, and maybe you can even help a Meepo get back a Calicrex, and maybe Yusdrael give you information about whatever the people is that you need, because quite frankly, I'm a sick and tired of getting whipped. I got nothing anymore. I'm about on my last scale here.
No, I don't blame you. Do you have to stay down here? I mean, I know that you live down here and stuff.
Yes,
but
of course. What are you talking about? This is my clan. This is where I live. Of course I have to stay here. I'm definitely not going below, because then the goblins will kill me and eat me, and I don't want that.
So the goblins
What
are
about
below
leaving-
you.
What about leaving this go up instead? Like go outside in the open sun, you know?
Oh yeah, great, and let the humans cut me up and say, oh, it's a kobold, it's going to trick us and trap us. No.
Ree survives up
Yeah.
there. Ree.
Make
No.
a
it
persuasion
would-
check, Doc.
Okay. 21.
No.
Yeah.
Meepo stops dead in his tracks and kind of like glances around. He's like,
Wait. Are you serious? You from the surface, goblin lady?
Yeah, I come from up in the mountains. I live with the humans out in Bree.
But I thought that our peoples, meaning a goblin and a kobold, that we only live underground. You live up on top? And nobody kill you? You go to the villages and everything?
Well, I mean, things try to kill me all the time. I mean, I fight off rats constantly, and but people, no, they're relatively fine. I take care of their rat problem. They're fine with me.
Let me ask you, aside from apparently raising dragons, do kobolds, are you guys in trade for anything? Is there a special... Because...
We used to trade a long time ago with the people on the surface. But then the goblins come up from underneath and they cause all sorts of trouble. Now, we just got the war.
So, is there something that, if the war stopped, if we're able to somehow neutralize that, would you be able to be a trades? Nobody should live like this.
Pretty much what I hear is you want to go down below and kill a shitload of goblins and
Or
help out the kobolds. And you
create
know what?
peace.
I like you.
Create peace in some way. Is more
There can be no peace.
Okay.
Oh, there could be peace. I mean, come on. I mean, not all goblins are complete assholes. Most of them are, but not all of them.
I tell you what, and I'm not trying to be a silly here. You managed to create a peace between a Yusdrael and whatever the hell the goblin leader name is, and I will eat Calicrex.
No,
Literally,
don't do that.
no, I will do it. That is
No,
how
no.
sure I am.
No, I wouldn't suggest. No, don't do that.
Maybe don't do that. But I do think you should consider maybe trying to go to the surface. I just don't think that this is a fair way to live.
Okay.
Honestly, I don't think anybody would notice if you just left at this point.
Yeah, unless they're angry and need somebody to whip,
he
and that's
seems
not fair.
really hurt by that statement. Like, he kind of stops and takes it aback for a second. He goes,
You know what? I think you're right. At this point, that's probably where we're at, but I don't think you're gonna live to see Yusdrael if I do that.
Well, I mean, I would love if you could help us, sure, but I mean, I'm saying like, when if all's said and done, you
Yeah,
probably
when
just
we're done here.
walk away.
Yeah.
This has been a very strange day for Meepo. I got a lot of things to consider. I
Well,
got a
thank you
lot
for
of things
listening.
to think about, but yes, maybe we go talk to use trial now.
Just remember what we said.
I could always use a hand around the forge.
There you
Can
go.
I
I'm
can
not.
I ask
Eh?
Could I ask a question about Ustrile real quick? So you say she's your queen?
She
right?
is, of course, she's my queen. Yes.
Okay, great. Is she like? Does she look like one of us? Is she like
No,
like two arms, two legs?
No. Well, yes, she's got 2 arms and 2 legs and a head. But you're asking me, is she like a goblin or a cat lady? No, she's a kobold.
Oh, okay. She's.
I think she was just trying to figure out what she is.
She's a kobold. She's a
Yes.
very powerful kobold. And she speaks
Okay,
the
good. I was just
language of
worried
the
that she was-
dragons very well.
Okay,
Okay.
good. You know, I was concerned that maybe she was a dragon.
Oh, no. If she was a dragon, the goblins would be very sorry because she
That's
would just
fair.
bust through the doors and kill them all and eat them and shit them out in a huge pile. And then I would go to the surface with the goblin lady and we would take over the world. I don't know where we're going with this.
That's pretty reasonable. Okay, yeah.
All right.
Alright.
My first question is
All right.
why there's so
Definitely not
many
my type.
dwarves in here.
Huh? What you say, dwarf?
How do you know I'm a dwarf?
What do you mean, how do I know you're a dwarf? Look at your beard. You're about 4 feet tall.
I guess he knows what dwarves are.
You think I've never seen a dwarf before? You don't think Ustrile tells us the tales of the dwarven wars of the first happening? You're crazy. My queen is brilliant.
What are those doors behind you?
What do you mean, what are the doors behind me? He kind of like reaches over and... They're doors, dwarf. They're made of stone. You tell me.
Where do they lead?
Well, this one here, taps on the one right here, leads to a room. And this one down here, taps on that door, leads to a room.
What are in the rooms?
Not dragons, I can tell you that much.
Okay, well, let's go see Ustrile.
Okie dokie. So Meepo literally just starts pushing past you like it's nothing, holds onto the haunch of rat meat that he has continued to hold on to this entire time, and begins to lead you down a hallway.
I knock any glasses off the table as I walk past.
This.
Alright, give me just a second here to open some things up for you.
And she just looked utterly bored through most of that conversation.
Oh, I'm gonna go ahead and I was gonna tell Doc and Ree we found something over there.
Oh yeah. Over what, in the fire pit over there? Over on the table?
Some more stuff worth a lot of rat meat.
Oh, okay. I mean, like I said, rat meat isn't really worth shit, but
You could say it's worth gold.
I know the value of money, you know.
Hey, I'm just rolling with rat meat right now.
Beaufort just assumes you're an absolute fucking idiot. Sorry.
I do.
Okay, so
He assumes that of
Meepo,
everybody, I think.
Meepo leads you straight west down this hall.
Oh shit! Wait, Meebo.
And as you, and I mean, just like not sprinting, but like I know the way and you don't, so fucking keep up. And as you guys kind of like trudge down this direction, there are patrols of other kobolds. Kobolds that do not look like Meepo. Kobolds that are dressed in leather armor. They have shields and spears, and they immediately become hostile. Meepo throws his hand up with the haunch of rat meat, and you hear a word which none of you understand, but sounds along the lines of "Terkuk," and then the guards literally just whoop stand to the side and let him through. He does that twice before he turns and takes you guys down this hall and into this absolutely massive great hall. So, I'll give you a little description here.
I think I'm gonna go ahead and take up the rear a little bit here,
That's a
guys.
good call.
Yeah, Bree, stay behind me.
You stay between me and the dwarf. Nobody can sneak up on you then.
So as you enter this massive hall, the kobolds that are here on the screen are kobold guards. There is a double row of relief carved marble columns that march the length of the very, very large hall. The worn carvings depict entwining dragons. All of them are like entwining dragons all the way from floor to ceiling. The floor to the ceiling is about 40 feet in here, which is as big as you guys have seen it so far. So whatever this place was before, these kobolds have taken it over and made it into something grand. Or it was something grand before and they just took it over. So as you enter that area, you look up towards the west, the direct west, where we've got the little figure with the purple coming off of it. So a short throne stands near the western wall, constructed of fallen bits of masonry stacked against an old altar. On top of the altar sits a variety of small items. The portion of the altar that serves as the throne's back features a carving of a rearing dragon. A metallic key is held firmly in the dragon's open jaws. Sitting on the throne, give me just one moment here. And there you are, sitting on the throne before you. That is a picture of the throne that I've just shared to everyone. Did you guys get that pop up? So that is the creature that you see before you, sitting on the throne, surrounded by, well, I guess in this hall, technically, there are 3 guards that are marching along the columns, and then there are 2 guards standing there, both of which are armed. It looks like they've got some sort of, like, slings at their side, but they also have spears and shields. But you see this creature sitting there dressed in all white with a very large, like gaudy-looking, scarab-sized golden ring, and then you can see obviously the golden or the dragon relief with the silver key in its mouth, and it's got very clearly Beaufort 2 jades as its eyes. The creature looks over at you guys and sees Meepo come in. Meepo throws the rat meat up and shouts that word again, and the creature kind of looks over cockeyed at Meepo and says,
Meepo, my sweet little Meepo. You bring a people from the surface down to my great hall? Again? The other ones never came back. What do you think these ones are gonna do? And more than that, Meepo, you bring a green skin in my presence?
Meepo kind of looks nervously back at you guys and then over at the creature again and says,
My queen Yusdrael, I'm so sorry for the interruption. I talk to these people from the surface, and they bring a gift of offering.
And he slaps the old rat meat down on the floor, which Yusdrael actually laps her lips and looks down at the meat. And Meepo says,
It's good shit.
They tell me that they are here for the people who came down before. So Meepo think maybe because you know what the Galacrax.
And then he switches over to another language and
maybe they can help.
Yusdrael kind of looks over you and says,
Is this true? You peoples come from the surface and you wish to seek help or give help. What is it that you desire?
And then she kind of kicks back with one leg and rests the ring up on her knee.
A little bit of column A, a little bit of column B. We're here looking for probably the people who came through here before, but we understand that you are also looking for someone.
I definitely am looking for something, yes. But who are the people you are looking for? That is what I need to know before we move forward.
It should have been 4 of them. Would have
Okay.
been a female wearing blue and purple robes.
Enough said. Yes, unfortunately, they told us they were going down to fight the goblins, and they never returned.
Do you get visitors down here often?
No.
Okay. Well, that's definitely what we're here for. What was the name of your something that you're looking for?
My dragon?
Yes.
Calicrix. If you are interested, maybe I can hire you. You go and find the Calicrix for me, and I give you a reward if you are so interested.
What's the reward?
Well, it depends on what you are looking for. As far as what I have available, she kind of like gestures up to the altar above her. I can give you a few things. I have a magical feather that can conjure a tree out of nothing. I have a couple of magical scrolls I've created over the years. One that can allow you to skitter up the wall like a spider. One that can open magical locks. And one that can create a suit of magical armor for you. I also have a tiny flask that has 3 remaining doses of the famous elixir of health from a small gnomish fellow who came down some years ago.
What was that gentleman's name?
You know, that is a good question. It has been a very long time, and I unfortunately don't remember.
I was just wondering if I knew him.
Oh! She kind of looks perplexed at this point.
You... Wait, the cat... Okay. Right. No, I don't, unfortunately. The rare visitors we have, although it is a very good idea, I should write your names down, because you're far and few between, and who
Just
knows
get a
when they may
sign-in
pop
book.
up.
Just get a sign-in book. As people walk through, they have to sign their name.
Most people who walk through do not leave, so...
Promising. Okay, so flask with 3 remaining doses of elixir of health, some scrolls, a magical feather. Okay, I mean, we're gonna be down here anyway. If we see your dragon, I imagine. Is there some way for us to coax it to come back here? If it ran away, I can't...
It is... No. Calicrix is a beast of her own. She is probably pretty pissed off that she is in goblin captivity right now, if they have not killed her already. But I feel my own connection to her still exists. So I don't believe she is dead.
In training, sometimes when we train pets or whatever, there are command words. Is there a command word we could use to try to help us?
Do you speak Draconic?
No.
Unfortunately, no.
Can we take this one with us?
You point at Meepo?
I point at Meepo.
She snaps her fingers and literally points down at Meepo and just goes,
Yes! You bring this one with you as penance for the sins that he has committed, which is to not keep his oath as the keeper of dragons.
Meepo kind of like looks back at Yusrael.
But Israel, I no good at the fight.
She says,
Meepo, I will take your head from your shoulders if you speak another word. The dwarf man has requested your aid on this, and you will go should the group decide that you go.
What do y'all think? Just cover him up with a cloak?
We'll take him with us, yeah.
So Meepo kind of nods and very nervously looks back and...
Okay, yes.
I'll try to give him like a reassuring nod.
He kind of nods up at you again, a little bit more confident, still pretty fucking terrified by this whole situation. It's been a rough day, definitely not the day he expected. And yeah, he stands to his feet and he kind of...
Yusrael, my queen, if that is what you command, then that is what Meepo shall do.
Meepo, do you have something to cover up with?
Meepo looks back and...
No. Maybe I find something. I'll look, okay?
That sounds like a good idea.
Yzdriel kind of waves her hand again, trying to nonchalantly grab the attention.
So, I'm thinking we have struck ourselves a deal. You track down the goblins, bring me back my Calicrix, and I reward you justly. Also, if you can do me an extra favor and bring me back the head of the hobgoblin technically, Golgruk, who leads the shitbag goblins who live down here, I'll give you this.
And she points to the silver key in the dragon's mouth and taps it with her finger.
This key opens the door to great treasure down here in the Citadel.
Does it go to a door that looks like a dragon?
It absolutely does, my dear.
Okay.
What was the name of the hobgoblin again?
Golgruk.
Golgruk.
Yeah.
Little prick.
Golgruk.
Yes. I don't mind goblins so much, but as soon as you slap the hob on them, they get all sorts of cocky.
I totally agree. They're usually assholes, yeah. Especially the Booyog ones are complete assholes.
If we were to bring you the head of this hobgoblin, since our resident goblin seems to be okay with that, what would be the fate of the other goblins?
Well, quite frankly, you could throw them into the pit of despair for all I care.
Well,
I want them the hell out of my territory. This whole place was kobolds by nature. We came through fair and square through the Underdark, and they took it from us.
oh, you're from the Underdark. Okay.
Yes!
How long have you been here? Sorry.
Since...
And these goblins took over from the underling space?
No, they didn't. There is some prick of a dark druid who lives in the grove beneath. He calls it, I don't know how to translate it, but it is roughly the Twilight Grove. He runs it from underneath to create the fruit that the people on the surface buy, which ran us out of towns because these sons of bitches collected taxes on it. And now they wage war because they need more space. So yes, there is a feral druid who does the magics.
Did your people used to trade the fruit and the goblins took
No, the fruit never existed until the druid showed up. We used to trade our goods. We are craftsmen. Look at our craftsmanship.
She kind of gestures out towards the columns and the intertwining dragons that are carved up on the pillars.
Did you also craft that ring?
Yes, my people did. I did not. It is from my great-great-grandfather.
I must say, it looks very beautiful.
It is from Underdark Amber, dwarf friend. It is one of a kind.
What if they could trade the fruit and you could get back to trading your goods?
I can no longer trust their ability to be so easily corrupted and swayed, to kill my people without hesitancy, and to do things cruel like steal my dragon. I want them out. This is the only way.
Makes sense. I was just curious. I know that fruit is beneficial to people up there.
There is no reason why the kobold can't tend the fruit.
True. Okay. Right. Well, let's go, Meepo.
Meepo kind of...
Okay. Alright.
He stands and kind of turns, and he gives like this strange half bow to use Dryle, and he kind of turns on his heels, and he starts to walk out of the chamber. He says,
Okay, follow me, okay? You follow me.
Man, I kind of wanted that ring.
How are you gonna get it?
So as soon as we get out of earshot of the rest of the kobolds there, I was kind of grab Doc's attention. I think we should actually let this guy come with us. I'm kind of afraid he's might get in the way. Not gonna lie.
Well, it's possible he might get in the way, but he also knows this area. I don't know my way down here. It might make things a little easier.
Plus, he could probably give us some equipment before we go down.
I suppose so.
Meepo, do you want to come with us? He can't hear us right now. He'll be back in a second.
I mean, I'd guess that he doesn't want to come with us at all. He's definitely a complete coward.
Well,
Look at him.
'cause my thought was send him to the surface now. Let him get out of here, and they may never know what happened.
That's what I'm saying. Give him a head start on life.
Yeah,
Let him, and
yeah.
then we'll say he died in the pits somewhere to blow.
Yeah.
I don't think he would survive if we weren't there to help.
Well, he can hide out for now at the very least, and when we come surface, then we talk to the mayor about, hey, we did our part in this, can this be part of it too? Let him live here as a resident.
He's been given a task. He can help with the task as a sign.
He was kind of given the task by us, though, so we could change it.
Meepo, do you want to help us?
So Meepo, he kind of stops as at this point, since you guys have gotten back here, and he moves quickly. So as you guys catch up, and he is crouched down over this little strange altar and has lifted the one of the ends of the cloth up and has started grabbing shit out from underneath. Kind of looks up and over the top at you, Beaufort, and says,
Not necessarily, but it is my duty because Yusdrael has wielded and I was born in the Dragon Keeper line, so I must.
Well, do you remember what we talked about earlier? About you getting to try something new?
Yes.
This would be a good opportunity for you to kind of slip away and wait for us, and then we could maybe find you a new place. Or if the plan is to tend to the fruit, perhaps you could take over that if you want to follow your orders from Yusdrael.
Make a persuasion check.
7.
He kind of looks at you cockeyed, and he goes,
But, sweetie cat lady, I have no coin. I have no connection. I have no friends. I have nothing.
Well,
How am I gonna make this happen?
Our thought was you hide out until we come back up, and then we can talk to the mayor.
Wait, do you keep... Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say we could talk to the mayor about maybe making you a resident of the town.
Do you keep anything shiny here?
he kind of like looks at you goofy, like,
But what do you mean the shiny? I mean, I polished the cage.
I'm gonna nod at she. Or no. Hold on. I'm going to I'm gonna go ahead and take it out of my own inventory. My own inventory and like pull up my Azurite. I actually do have in my inventory.
Okay.
That I have my own shop.
He kind of like looks at it and he goes,
Oh, gemstones. Yes, 1 moment.
and he kind of like pops to his feet and he hoofs it around to the fire pit, and he throws himself into the fire pit, and he begins to dig frantically through the ashes.
I keep them here because the goblins, they never look here because they don't want the trash. One second. Yes, I have gems.
About 30 seconds go by or so, and finally he looks around and goes,
Fuck! I couldn't even keep my own prize. Oh, I am not worthy of Yusdrael's blessings. She shall flay me even more.
How does that arrow in your foot feel, Bofer?
what a dick.
Dick.
Hey, I thought they were mean. Plus, they're shiny.
Don't worry, we'll find those two.
We'll find them
I'm gonna
somewhere.
give a very fierce look to Bofer, not putting two and two together because he said he found something.
So I go with you or I stay?
You can come with us if you want. You can come with us if you want to. I know it was your duty.
I'm not gonna lie here. I'm pretty sure you're gonna be a liability.
Okay, you tell me where to go then, Goblin. I trust you, honestly. I mean that no silliness. You tell me, where do I hide? Where do you want me to go? I will take off, but you need to give me a place where you're gonna meet me.
What about I mean, do people frequent that room with the dragon door very often since it's got the very specific key?
You mean the temple of the dragon priest?
Yeah.
Oh, that you got in there?
No, we didn't get in there, but there's a room.
Oh, okay, thank goodness.
I almost got in there. I'm just saying.
Should we not ever go in there? Is that what you're saying?
No, they say there are treasures beyond your imagination in there. But I've never gone in because Israel has the key.
I almost got in there. You could hang out in. Go ahead.
He could at least take us to the entrance to where the goblins are. He doesn't have to go down with us.
Sure, but then he would need to go somewhere else.
I mean, we
Or he
could
can
just
just
get this.
wait at the entrance.
We could cover him with this bedroll.
I don't like that. I sleep, I eat, and I pee in that same place. I don't want to sleep there. Look, if you want to know the place to where the goblin entrance is, look, it's over here.
And he, like, gets up and skitters towards his door and turns towards it and just points at it.
If you go down this hallway, you're gonna go straight to goblin territory, I promise you. That's the way I sent the other peoples.
Well then, yeah, why don't we just have you...
This is where they took Calicrix, back through here.
And as you guys look at the door has been boarded from this side. Like, actual wooden planks have been slapped up on this fucking thing. And nailed, like, into the wall crudely to keep it shut.
I mean, we could just go tell him to stay in that room with the rat that's been more so not alive.
Honestly, I don't think they're even going to question... The reason that I was suggesting in the first place was if he wanted to be out, which it doesn't seem like he does, now would be a good time to fake his death.
Wait, you want me to pretend I'm dead?
So you can go start a new life and stop being abused.
But nobody will... Nah, that's fair. I give it to you. I give it to you. But if you tell me what to do, Yusdrael say I go with you, now I am under your care. You tell me, I go. Meepo, Coco.
Meepo, do you know how to craft things?
Absolutely I do. I know how to make cages like that, and I can make fires like that, and I can make leashes for exotic creatures.
I can make a pretty good living at my shop.
Why don't we have you stay here and keep watch to make sure no goblins come through once we open this door?
I cannot stay here. I can only go with you or hide somewhere. Because Yusdrael said go with you. If my patrols come back and find me here, I'm gonna get flayed.
Do they patrol in that room with the dragon temple door?
They do. But I think the wall in there has fallen in. So maybe I hide underneath?
That would work for me.
Yeah,
As
make
much as
yourself
we'd
as
like,
scarce as you can.
yeah, as much as we'd like to have you with us, it would completely defeat the purpose of us bringing you with us if you die.
Plus,
We
there's a
don't-
rat in there that he can eat.
That's true.
Oh, you got the rat, the big one?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes, actually, we did.
I like the rat. It's very good for you. Makes your belly full and your muscles strong.
Re-smashed
It does. It does, yeah.
maybe, Mrs. Goblin Lady, maybe we're not so much a different.
Right? That's what I was trying to tell you before.
Okay, so why don't we plan on that? We'll have you hide there. Now you've done your part. You've shown us where to go. And we will, assuming we make it out of here, we will come get you and take you to the surface.
Okay. Sounds good to me. Thank you.
Before you go, have you been down this path?
Yes, once. To the other door. I open this door, you zigzag like a bolt of lightning, and then you hit another door.
Are there any traps or anything else we need to be aware of?
Nothing.
Typically have patrols?
Nothing set by us.
So nothing he'd know about. I'll just do, well, yeah.
That's okay. What are you gonna do?
Now, I was gonna insight, but...
No, you can absolutely insight. I mean, that's just a very passive thing. Actually, there are passive insight checks too. So if you're interested in it, no, he is
He's a 22.
He is absolutely 100%. As far as his knowledge is concerned, there are no traps down there.
I believe him. Alright, so yeah, you hide out and we will cautiously make our way and try to find the dragon. Would your life get any better if the dragon came back?
Yes, please! If Calicrex comes back and you tell a user trial that the Meepo did it, then I become the Dragon Keeper again, and then
Okay, I'm
my
also
life
okay.
is great.
I'm okay with that then. Whatever you decide in the end, okay?
Well, let's just see how far you get. She sent the people down there before and they never come back. So I hope, honestly, in the name of Bahamut, that you people make it back from the depths of the grove.
I hope so too.
You guys are all well aware that Bahamut is like the good god of dragons. So if he said Tiamat, you should be worried.
Oh no.
Oh, wrong campaign. Nope.
Whoopsie.
Slit his throat.
Alright, so...
Ready?
Yeah.
All right, so Meepo begins to bolt down the hallway, pops the door open, and vanishes into nothing. All right, so you guys, you guys are here in the in this room. You approach the door. What would you like to do?
I want to listen at it before anything.
Okay, wonderful. Go ahead and make a perception check for me.
Okay,
I can't even hear myself breathe.
No, you do hear yourself breathe. You're purring. You feel good about the conversation that just
Man,
happened.
You are one deaf cat.
Yeah. No, you don't hear anything on the other side.
Okay, I think it's safe. We should probably break down the wood that's over it.
I'll take care of this.
Yeah, I'll also help trying to pry the things off.
Okay, go ahead and you guys give me strength checks.
Oh dang, boo boo.
Easy. Yeah, I mean, it's...
Oh shit.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, okay. Well, fuck that door. Hang on.
We wanted to leave the door on the hinges, boys.
Knock, motherfucker.
All right, so you guys, so you pop the door open, literally no problem whatsoever. The door is made of stone, and it opens up into a very dank, very untraveled comparative to the other hallways you've been in so far, 10-foot wide and 25-foot long hallway.
Alright, I am watching for traps very carefully.
Okay, go ahead and give me a perception check as you move through the hall.
Nice smash in there, Ree.
Re-smash.
17.
17, alright. You begin to move, and it looks like maybe at some point, because you can see that there are some ropes attached to the ceiling, but things have been cut off of the ropes that currently dangle. Something was probably set here at some point in time, but they've already been triggered and removed. But you do not see anything else in this length of hallway, or around the corner to that hooks to the south.
You said it was kind of like dusty and stuff. Can we see tracks at all?
There are tracks in here, yes.
Somebody better than me at survival.
I was actually going to ask if I could glean any information
Yeah, do that because I
from
will.
that,
I will.
any signs
gonna
of
go ahead.
movement, recent stuff, etc.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go ahead and cast guidance.
Okay, so yeah, you feel this warm hand on your back. She, as the magic of the priest goes off, and you hear this soft whisper in your ear. It's okay, just look closely. And you hear this dwarf voice in your head. Oh, look at that girl! No, you don't hear that. Okay, so go ahead and add a d4 to that.
How do I roll the d4?
So if you look next to, it should be next to Kevin. There's a little D20. If you if you like go over it, then you can just click where it says D4.
Or you can do it in D&D Beyond.
Or you can do it in D&D Beyond. Yep. There's a yep.
There you go. Perfect. So
So
15. Okay, excellent. So you do see that there are definitely there are some humanoid footprints that are in this hall. There are approximately 4 human-sized humanoids that had moved through this area somewhere around 3 or 3.5 weeks ago. You also see that there are about 7 goblinoid sets of footprints that have moved in both directions in a much more recent time, but it's hard to discern.
I'll relay.
All right. Well,
All right, who's taking point?
I will because I'm watching for traps as we go.
I'm gonna go ahead and do my sigil.
Yeah, I'm
Cast
gonna
guidance.
back
Okay.
right behind Doc there.
Yeah, as usual, I'll take the rear. Watching what I can.
Do you want me to do like for each new hall? Do you want me to do another perception?
No, don't worry
16's
about it.
good.
Yep. For the you are excellent as Bofer is behind you with his hand on you, praying furiously. You have absolutely no problem getting through the hallway. You do not detect or sense any traps, and you get to the door that is facing towards the north.
Okay, I'm gonna listen at it as usual.
Okay.
7. It was better.
Add that D4.
Oh yeah.
That is true. Yeah, even with the 10, I mean, you put your ear against the door and you hear nothing.
Okay, and then investigate, I guess, for traps.
Nah, for the sake of brevity, we'll say that your perception was just fine. You sense absolutely no traps at this door whatsoever.
And is it locked?
It is not locked.
Okay. Next.
How about I take the point? I'm gonna go ahead and cast Thaumaturgy.
Okay. Yeah, so you mutter your incantation and you drop the sigils in the air, and that is followed by, again, another very hot, like forge-like bellows gust of wind, and the room before you surges into existence as the door opens. So, this chamber is home to only what appears to be rat droppings and crumbled flagstone and stains, which you're not entirely sure what those stains are, but there are stains.
You want me to check the floor?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and go in.
Bet those are probably old shit stains.
Perception or investigation?
I'm sorry, what are you attempting to do?
Just checking for traps before we step in there.
For traps, go ahead and make a perception check. You're just giving it a once over. So,
Nat 20.
Oh wow, fuck yeah, no, this is not. No, there are no traps in this room. Not that you can see. There might still be traps, but you can't see.
I feel pretty confident that we're safe.
You're pretty fucking confident there are no traps in this room.
Is the door unlocked?
Okay, so okay, sorry, I was checking a couple things there. So no, you reach down and the door is suspiciously not locked.
I'll take care of this.
Job's done.
And the hot wind strikes up again. I already know what you're going to do, Beaufort.
What was that? Oh, yeah.
Are you
same
casting
thing.
thaumaturgy? Yeah, okay. All right, so you mutter your incantation once more, and you breathe in deep, and as you exhale, the room before you. Give me just 1 second here.
I'm telling you, I'm in love with thaumaturgy and guidance.
Dude,
Oh,
they are
yeah.
two of the best spells, honestly, as far as cantrips are concerned.
I used the crap out of thaumaturgy in our first campaign as my bard. And her future husband used the crap out of it too.
All right, so that is what you can see for now. So, this room. So dust and odd bits of stony debris and rubble lie scattered on the floor. An ornate fountain is built into the eastern wall. Though cracked and stained, the fountain's overarching carving of a diving dragon retains its eternal beauty. A relief-carved stone door stands on the western wall. So, with that being said, over here on the eastern wall is the large fountain that is currently dried, but does have an absolutely gorgeous diving dragon carved into it. And over on the western wall is a relief carved door, though from where you're at, you can't see exactly what it is.
I want to check the floor.
Okay, go ahead and make an investigation check.
That's a 5.
Okay. Yeah, no, I mean, it looks fine.
Super duper, guys. Come on in.
Mm-hmm. Can I investigate this little fountain?
Yeah, let me ask you this. What are you looking for? What are you trying to identify out of this?
Trying to look for like any crevices or anything that would be out of place on this little statue. Like, I was going to use my little feature or like trait, but I don't know if that would work.
Okay, I'll tell you what. Give me well, what is your trait? What is that actual trait called?
It's stone cunning.
And what does it say exactly? Like, what does the ability read?
Whenever you make an intelligence history check related to origin of stonework, you are considered proficient in history and double your proficiency bonus to the check.
Okay, well, would you like to identify the origin of this stone? Or would you like to look for secret and or hidden things within the stone? That's a
secret and or hidden.
All right, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Understood.
Not bad.
Nice.
Not bad at all. Fuck. Okay, so there's a thin layer of scum that coats the fountain's basin, but besides that, it's pretty dry. Under the inscription, which is plastered on a bronze placard on the front, you kind of wipe the dust and the rust away, and you can see that there is an inscription, but unfortunately you don't understand what language it's in.
Hey, Reed, can you come read this?
Yeah, sure. I'll take a look. What do we got here?
I'm gonna go ahead and point at the little bronze and step out of the way.
Yeah, you see it. There's definitely some words written in a language, but yeah, you don't understand what the fuck it says.
What the fuck am I looking at here?
It's probably draconic.
Doc, make an intelligence check. Just a straight intelligence check.
9.
Okay, noted. Sometimes I just have to say that, like
I'm a little smart. Okay.
Hey, Doc, can you write that down next to the little etching you made earlier?
Sure. Can I write that down next to the etching I made earlier?
Yeah. That's a good question, actually.
You said it was an inscription, right?
It is an inscription, yes.
Can we just make a rubbing of it?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
a
I
good
think that's
idea.
what she's gonna do. Oh yeah. If you want to make a rubbing, you guys have chalk or charcoal. Somebody's got charcoal. I mean, you guys have lit a couple
Yeah.
fires, so
Yeah.
no problem. You pull out the charcoal, you kind of give it a quick rub, and you get yourself an imprint. It's a rough imprint, but an imprint nonetheless.
Okay.
I kind of wish we brought that kobold down here.
Oh, we can ask him when we get out.
I mean, this part might have been actually a safe place for him to hide out in, but you know,
That's true.
Do y'all
who knows what comes through here.
do y'all want to check out this door, or do you want to go down the hall?
Let's check out this door. What's the? It's a relief of another dragon. Is that what it was?
So yeah, so the on this western door here that Doc is currently in front of, there's a relief carving on it, but this appears to be two skeletal dragons that are intertwining up the center of the door. With that being said, there is another inscription placard just above the crest of the door, like right at its apex, that is in a very similar language to what is on the fountain, but you guys do not understand what it says.
I'm gonna go ahead and cast guidance on Doc.
Okay.
I will check for traps.
All right. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
10.
Looks good.
Yeah, that's a door. I don't think there's any traps, so I step back. Well, actually, was it locked? Was there a doorknob? A handle?
There's a little handle on it.
Okay, is it locked?
It is not. It does not seem to be locked.
I think my job's done.
Y'all want me to go ahead and do my thing?
Sure, if you want to.
You already know. I'm gonna go ahead and cast Thaumaturgy.
Okay, so yeah, you mutter your incantation again. There's a burst of hot wind, of bellows wind. The door does not open.
Ooh, let me try.
Not through that magical means.
I'm gonna try to pick the lock.
Okay.
Was that a dex? Is that what you had me do last time?
Yeah, so it's a dexterity check plus your proficiency modifier plus. Do you have the what is the rogue specialty thing that gives you double your proficiency modifier?
No, I don't think
No, you don't have that. Not yet. Okay. Yeah, you guys are level 1, so.
Okay, and then
just for giggles, guidance.
Guidance. Okay.
And guidance. There we go.
Here we go.
Dumb question.
Oh God.
Why are you doing it that way instead of that? I'm only thinking about Sybil's gear. Instead of doing sleight of hand for that, why are you like building kind of a different skill to pick locks the way you're?
Sybil doesn't use sleight of hand. Sleight of hand has never been used to pick locks. It is not. Sleight of hand is not a pick locks ability in D&D 5e. Sybil has never picked a lock.
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
No, just the gloves say something about sleight of hand and advantage, and I think I just put 2 and 2 together.
Yeah,
now.
no, they are. Yeah, no, it's absolutely. Yep, gloves of thievery. You slip them on, and it allows you to become a better pickpocket. It does not allow you to pick locks better.
Oh, you know what? I do have expertise,
Oh,
but it wouldn't have mattered because it's still only a 9 or a 10.
okay, fair enough. Give me just one moment, please.
Mm-hmm. Ruh-roh.
Okay, so as you kind of crouch down and you start to put the picks in and start to manipulate the quote unquote mechanism, there is a couple of sharp pops, and you're like, oh, this is easier than the dragon thing that I saw earlier. And you crank it to the left, and as that happens, you guys see a hatch in the ceiling shift open. It's about 10 feet long and only about a foot wide, and this huge scythe swings down out of the ceiling, and Beaufort goes, Doc! And grabs your collar and yanks you back. That's the guidance, by the way. And you lunge backwards, and the scythe back up into the ceiling, and the slat stays open, and you hear a click, and it locks itself in place. That to you, as a thief, tells you that it is more than likely a one-shot trap. Doesn't mean it is, but more than likely is. But it misses you completely.
Oh my Garl. Thank you.
Oh my Garl.
That would have been
Thank
the
you so
third
much.
time.
But here's the good news. I don't think that'll happen again. So
Hey, Ree. You want to go
Yeah?
in?
Is it unlocked?
I didn't actually get it right.
No, it's not unlocked.
No.
Oh, okay.
I'll have to try again. And she, as long as I'm allowed to try again, she kneels and is going to try again.
Sure, go ahead and try again with disadvantage.
Ooh, that's a
Not
no,
good.
No.
That's a good no. That's a no.
Yeah, as you're trying it, so here's what I will tell you before we end for tonight, because we're creeping up on 10 here pretty soon. You pop the tools in, and you begin to manipulate aggressively, and as you do so, you hit the tumblers just right. But every time that you hit the tumblers and then move your pick to grab another tumbler quickly, the tumbler before it seems to reset itself, and you're not sure why.
Wise guy, eh? Yeah, this is a tough one. This is one that I'd want to spend some time with. Like, I think I would need another person picking the lock with me to be able to do this.
Might be a key somewhere we can find down the way a little
Well, keys. Hopefully. I wonder, did we like look in the water in the fountain to see if there's a key over there?
I don't think there was any water in there.
Oh.
No, it was when Beaufort had looked at it, it was pretty much just scum, like
Okay.
dried up scum in the bottom of it. But the dried up scum tells you that there was something liquid in there, at least within the last. Since you were looking at, you were the one over there with Beaufort, right? Were you standing there with him? I don't remember. I'm sorry.
No, it was Ree.
It was Ree. Okay.
Yeah, I was also over there.
Both of you make survival checks.
Survival checks?
Yeah. No, not survival. I'm sorry. Nature. There was liquid in there at some point.
If I look in there right now, do I see any glinting or anything? Specifically trying to see if there's a key that was tossed in there.
Inside of the fountain?
Yeah.
Go ahead and make a perception check.
Okay.
Nope, no glint of nothing.
On that note, no glint of hope. Okay. Yeah, maybe we'll find the key up the way there.
Out of curiosity, can I try with your tools?
She, for a split second, she like clutches her tools to her like she doesn't want to share. And then, yeah, sure.
All right. So Doc hands over the thieves' tools to
Reluctantly.
Very reluctantly, for the record, to She, and she crouches down and begins to attempt to pick the lock.
Guidance.
And there is a warm hand on your back, She, as you begin to perform the lockpick. So go ahead and make a dexterity check, and add. Are you proficient in thieves' tools?
Absolutely fucking not.
Okay, well then on that note, just make a dexterity check plus 1d4.
She gets
You
this. I'm
can't
gonna
do
be
it.
pissed. I loosened it for you.
No, but it was an idle curiosity.
So yeah, you crank at it, and you've messed with locks before, so you feel the tumblers pop, but as you're pulling the pick to hit the tumblers, they reset themselves at like a speed that is borderline unnatural.
See?
What's it made out of?
Did you notice the tumblers?
Redoing the, yeah, as soon as you get to the next one.
That's weird.
It's like a waterfall.
Beaufort, I'm sorry, what was your question? What is what made out of?
The lock.
The lock is made of stone, but the interior, if you peek down and look at it, there are all... Actually, oh, fuck you. Give me a... do your stonework check, whatever your history check is with the advantage. That is a good question. What is it made out of?
I'm gonna pass back the tools.
I'm gonna take them, hug them.
Hold on, give me 1 second.
Mm-hmm. That's a very good question.
When it says double your proficiency bonus, does that mean like your top?
No, so your proficiency bonus at level 1, I believe, is 2. So you would roll whatever your check is, which is your history check, and then you would take your proficiency bonus and multiply it by 2 and add that to it.
Got it.
If you are already proficient in it, you would just add an additional 2.
Was that 15?
15. So so the exterior of this door is definitely made of stone. And is of some sort of either dragonborn or dwarven craftsmanship. When you look inside the lock and look at the tumblers are made of mithril and are absolutely 100% elven craftsmanship.
It seems these are made of elvish work. That is not my expertise.
No, it is not.
I might suggest bashing it in, but I don't think that's really going to help.
I don't think it'll work.
Yeah, maybe we'll find a key somewhere and come back this way, or I don't know.
Either way, I want this lock. You know how expensive
I want to
this lock
defeat
is?
this lock.
Do you know how expensive this lock is?
Yeah, and tumblers alone, Beaufort, you can easily identify this lock. If you were to salvage the lock and all the pieces it's in right now and melt it down, you could sell it for easily 150 gold pieces.
This is worth this whole mission.
It's noted. I mean, it's something to come back to. We do have to, if these people are here somewhere.
I'll want that mithril.
Make yourself a nice chain.
For a nice halfling.
All right, guys. On that note, I would like to end tonight's session as we have played until 10 o'clock, and we have traversed a shitload of rooms in the Sunless Citadel, and we've done a lot of things. What I can tell you right now is that shit is going to get real from here on out. So I am very excited to play next game because it's just going to be nonstop, I think. And with you guys as active as you are, it's going to be awesome. So
This has been fun.
yeah, absolutely.
Definitely.
So I will do some XP calculating and tallying in the next day or so. I'll send you guys an update to let you know if you have leveled or not, so that we can push forward from there. And we'll just kind of go from there and see where we're at. I'm thinking my initial thought is if we can do this at least on Sundays, which it seems to be most of our free days, quote unquote. I'd like to go for next Sunday since there's no big holiday.
Mm-hmm.
But if you guys just want to check your schedule and see if that's cool, then we'll kind of identify it from there and see what happens.
Sounds good. By the way, how much XP did we get from last time?
I'm sorry, what was the question?
79 last time.
Got it, thank you.
Yeah, there was 79 last time, and what I have so far for this one is about 45, but it's more than that because of the experience from roleplay. So I believe that roleplay, picking locks, and traversing encounters, even if they're not combat encounters, always get you some sort of experience. So there will be more from that.
And
Awesome.
Except
Well,
the
thank
7
you.
to 10 on Sundays, I can still work in the morning and then pop on, which makes my life easier.
Okay, sounds good. Well, thanks again, guys. We're going to go ahead and I'm going to switch back over to the stream. I'm going to close out of all of the Roll20 stuff right now, and I'm going to find somebody to raid since we've got like 9 people hanging out here.
Your nephew is streaming.
Oh, perfect. Well, we got somebody to stream. It makes my life way easier. All right, guys. We will hopefully see you next Sunday. Thank you again so much.
Thank you.
This has been a shitload of fun. So thank you, thank you, thank you.
All right, thank you. Have a good night, everybody.
You too.
All right. Jump into this. Let's find. We've got Mr. Sevens. Let's raid Mr. Sevens. Here we go, my friends. Thank you so much for hanging out tonight. Yes, it is an adult audience. We get it.
I'm hoping we outrun.
Oh god, he's playing with Seru.
And, oh no.
Oh no.
Okay, we got the headwind. We're good.
Oh
They
no,
can't
what?
chase us. They can't keep up with us.
My god.
Seru and our nephew are playing Sea of Thieves together.
Okay, what
I
the
hate
hell
it.
are we? Oh my goodness. Okay.
Fuck me. Thanks guys so much for hanging out by the way tonight in D&D. We will be back next Sunday for session 3. Here we go.
I already got it. So that's northwest.